Good morning, everybody. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Jim Weller here, and we are live, and we are alive. We are alive, and we're live. We're sitting inside of the Laurel Junction. We encourage you, if you're getting up and getting out and about, it is foggy, foggy, foggy. Be extra careful, plan ahead, and take your time, okay? In other words, those red lights will sneak right up on you in this fog. So anyway, it is what is today. It's Saturday morning. It is the 10th of April. My goodness. And what a year it's been so far. What a week I've had. It's been a real good week for me. So you are watching a show. This is a brand new edition of Weller Does Delmarva. And this show has not been here at all yet this week. It's this week's edition, and thank you for joining us. We're going to be talking with Colin Walls, and we're going to be talking about a lot of different things, a lot of different guests, and an action-packed show. So, are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready for me?
I'm ready for you. So,
all right.
What's up with you? Oh, you go ahead. Just go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
So, TV Delmarva. We're
Yep.
talking a lot about TV Delmarva and advertising. You know, we have people say, you know, what's your reach? What's your
Yes.
You know,
what's your
whatever.
depth? What's your width?
So here's one of the answers.
Okay.
The reach. So let's talk about just kind of social media reach.
Okay.
Social media reach for TV Delmarva, you know, and all of our Facebook pages that are associated with us. We've reached about 500,000 people since in the first quarter of this year. Over 500,000
really?
people. Yeah. Now, let me define what a reach is.
Okay, please.
Some people think a reach is an impression. That is not it. An impression is on Facebook, you know, you scroll by and it was right there. You know, you scroll by it. A reach is actually somebody that has interacted with the page in some way, or a post on your Facebook. So it's defined as they've liked it, they've clicked on the link, they've watched the video, they've commented on it.
Okay.
So we've had 500,000 of those.
Really?
That's
a big number. How did you come to that number?
Well, the analytics that Facebook and the other social media provide you. So that's how you get it.
Were you surprised?
I was very surprised. Yeah.
That's a big number.
That's a
isn't it?
real big number.
Yeah.
Now,
Well,
how
good.
about Roku?
That's
Roku
a whole nother
alone,
number.
Roku alone, we've had 14,000 streaming sessions, over 14,000
This
so
is
far.
just so far this year.
So far this year.
Okay.
And for an average of about an hour per session.
That's a good sit-down time.
That's a good
That's a
time.
real good number.
Yeah, that's a real good number.
Wow.
Yeah, so people are watching, and they're watching for a while.
Now, both of us are running into people that are saying, I watch Channel 14. I love it. TV Delmarva.
And right, and this is over the air. And it's so hard to quantify the numbers for over the air.
Correct.
But we can for sure get these other numbers, you know, where it can be tracked on Facebook and the internet and our website and all those things. So TV Delmarva, Delmarva WX is really growing. Channel 14.4. We're getting people watching that channel that was designed to be watched for 15 minutes.
They're just leaving it on.
They're watching it for
I
over
know.
an hour.
I heard that guy yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, that was Butch.
Butch,
Yeah.
yep.
Yep. So he called in, and he loves TV Delmarva.
Right.
So he said he puts it on, and it's on all day.
Kind of feels comforting knowing it's there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, TV Delmarva. If you ever thought about advertising, I believe we've got some of the best value. We've got 2 salespeople right now. We're thinking
Are they
about
up and running?
They are up and running.
Okay,
and
good.
I can get you in touch with them. So you contact me directly, 302-242-8015, 302-242-8015. Send me a text this morning. After 10 o'clock, I'll be able to take a phone call.
Right.
But until then, just send me a text and just say, hey, I'm interested in hearing what you have to offer. And
Right.
we've got a lot to offer, I think.
Right. There's no charge to talk about what you have to offer.
There's no charge at all, right?
Right.
Right.
So
Until I figure out a way to get people to pay me for that.
Right. Pay you for an
For my
estimate.
knowledge.
Yeah. We're going to charge you for
Yeah.
talking to us. So anyway, yeah, I agree with Colin. I think that if you own a business, and because I meet people saying, well, you know, my business is plenty busy, but I don't want to stop advertising, but I don't want to spend as much as I used to.
Right.
But I want to try something new, and I want to see who your audience is.
I want to spend
and-
less and reach the same amount of people I was
Or
reaching
more.
before. Yeah,
Right. Or more.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, we can help you out. We've got lots of solutions to the problem of reaching your audience, your customer.
Right. And it sounds like, you know, with 500,000, was it 500,000?
That's just
Just on social media.
Just social media.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
302-242-8015. Call Colin. Don't call him. Text him.
Right.
Send him a text. See you, Colin.
See you.
Bye. All right, I hear the music. We are on the radio. We are on TV. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. Thank you, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are listening to the golden voice of Jim Weller, okay? So anyway, it is Saturday morning again. It's been a week since we got together, and I appreciate you tuning in, watching the show, whatever. I get communications all week long. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Some people hate to love it. It's crazy. So anyway, we thank you for watching the show. We appreciate your support. Right now, there's no charge to watch the show, no charge to listen to the show, and we have a crowd of people, a very good crowd. They're not making a lot of noise or starting any trouble or using too many napkins. We are sitting inside the Laurel Junction in Laurel, Delaware. And there is salt and pepper. There's free napkins. All drinks come with free ice except for the coffee and hot cocoa. They don't put any ice in them. But anyway, it's a great place to get a bite to eat. And you say, well, what can I get? What can you get for $4.99? You can get 2 eggs, 2 biscuits, 2 sausage patties, and sausage gravy, and grits. How much you say? All for one money, $4.99. $4.99. Now, come on in and check it out. Chef Fred makes it from scratch. Good home cooking right here at Chef Fred's Cafe in the Laurel Junction, all right? So, and there's no limit. You can buy all you want. Like if you're watching your weight and people keeping an eye on you, you want to just sneak away and get somewhere and eat all you want, this place you can eat all you want. No problem at all. So anyway, we're here until 10 o'clock this morning. This is a bonus hour. In other words, we don't know. We're going to do this for the next today and 2 more weeks for the month of April. So we're having a bonus hour. So anyway, it's Weller Does Delmarva. Come on down, say hi, enjoy a good breakfast, and so on. Is it collage time? It's time for the collage. Here we go. Play it again. Start the play button. Come on now. Oh, it's on me. I'm sorry. I had my foot on the wire.
This week on Weller Does Delmarva, Colin Walls from TV Delmarva talks local TV and how you can tune in. Shawn Williams from Seaford Elite chats about youth football and how you can support their efforts. Rosa from Wellers wants you to come see her for exceptional customer service. Joanne Hutchison from the Delaware Burn Camp has a 2021 update. Mike Shafer wants to power wash your home. And our friend Bruce Mears drops by for a visit. We are live from Laurel Junction in Laurel, Delaware. Here's your host, Jim Weller.
Good morning. And we might have some other guests on, and Mike was not able to make it with us today, my power washing guy, because guess what he's doing today? Power washing. So anyway, we'll talk about him in a little bit. But Shawn is here. We're going to have him have a seat. We're going to talk real quick about a sponsor segment. Oh, it's almost picture time, too. These pictures are quite amazing. I went through our pictures this week. I need to quit talking for a second. All right, that was a second. All right. Anyway, I was realizing this week, a friend of mine had a birthday, and I went through some pictures, and I realized I got some really neat pictures from over the years. In other words, that we've taken here and there and everywhere. And so if you've ever been on the show, you realize we do take a lot of pictures, and we appreciate Tracy doing that. But I've got about 148,000 of them things, and I'm starting to realize the value. I've got a job for one of my grandkids this summer where they're going to sort these pictures for me and label them. So that's going to be kind of neat. That would be a project. But anyway, it's a show called Weller Does Delmarva. We're jibber-jabbering, but listen to me. I want to talk about one of my sponsors, which is L&W Insurance Agency. And people say, Jim, I cannot get excited about buying insurance. I understand that. Nobody gets excited about it, but here's what's important. If you ever met anybody, you ever had a friend, they have an accident, they have an insurance claim, and all of a sudden they're all upset with their insurance company because it didn't quite go as they planned. Well, that's why I like L&W Insurance Agency. When I have a problem, when I have a claim, they get right in the middle of it. They help me with it. So I'm not dealing with some 1-800 I don't know who you are number. It's all about relationships, and I have a relationship with L&W. You can have one too, and that way if you need them, you're having trouble with something, they will be the person you talk to. They represent many different insurance companies. You know, like how some insurance agents only represent one brand. Well, at L&W, they represent different brands, and they shop one against the other, and, you know, they keep them all wanting their customers' business. So I like that. It keeps it competitive. And so if you have an automobile or a home or a jet ski or a motorhome or a business and you need any type of insurance, or you just want to talk about it, maybe you already have all the insurance you need, but you want to make sure you got the right stuff, L&W will gladly review what you have and give you their opinion of what they think you should or shouldn't do with your policy. Sometimes, you know, you can put your homeowners and your car insurance with the same company and get a little bit of a discount. And the longer you deal with insurance companies, you get this modification rating that has to do with your premiums and rates and things like that. So anyway, it's L&W Insurance Agency. Not just business insurance. They sell homeowners insurance. If you rent an apartment or you rent a house and you need renter's insurance, they have that too. So it's a good company. I like dealing with them. You can tell I talk about them every week, not just because it's a sponsor of the show, because I deal with them. I actually talk to insurance people almost weekly about ideas I have or things I want to sell or things I want to get into, because I like to know if it's something that, you know, is going to be a lot of insurance, I might not get into that business. So anyway, it's L&W Insurance Agency, lwinsurance.com on the web. On Facebook, very active there, lots of things going on. So take just a moment and like their Facebook page if you would. So I'd like to ask, as the show goes on this morning, that you like all the Facebook pages that we mentioned, if you would, please, okay? So lwinsurance.com, been in business 80-some years, 302-856-7828, 856-7828. It works best if you dial it in that order. Now, the next person you're going to hear from is a young man named Shawn Williams. I've got to know him over the past few years, and he's very passionate about helping youth. In other words, you know, I think we're going to talk about football this morning, but I can sense that he just cares about kids. He's either got kids or is connected to kids, because it seems to be your passion.
Correct.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great today. How you doing, sir?
Real good, real good. Let's back up just 1 minute. I said to you, the food's good here, and you said...
I was here yesterday.
I was here yesterday. Do you stop in here often?
Yeah, well, I get my hair cut a couple at the end of this little strip.
Okay,
My barber
okay.
down there, so I came and got a fresh haircut.
I can see that.
So I can be fresh for your show.
Now, I have to be honest. What's the little mark up there?
Is
that a design?
You know, when I was a kid, my mother didn't like for me to get parts. So now I make my own money, I get as many parts as I want. So how about that?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was the Nike swoosh or something like that. So anyway, I didn't know if you had a sponsor here.
That's I got my own money part. So.
Okay, well, very good. So the barber down on the end is good?
Yes, yeah, very good.
Is he right on the end of the front?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like 4 barbers in there. Yeah, they're really good. Really.
You've
good.
dealt with them for a while?
Yeah, a long time. Yeah, they used to have a shop over in Seaford, but they moved down here.
Did they really?
Yeah, like about a few months ago. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess if you need a haircut, Laurel Junction is the place to go.
DW Styles.
Wow.
Yeah, very good barbers.
Now, when I get a haircut, it don't take long.
It doesn't?
The guy has to make conversation with me. Actually, it's my wife now, because I ain't paying nobody to cut this little bit of hair. But anyway, I'm too cheap. So, Shawn, tell me about what you got going on.
I'm the president of Seaford Elite Youth Football. We were founded in 2017 in Seaford, Delaware. This is our 5th year. We didn't play during COVID, so this is our 5th year as an organization. Our 4th year. This will be our 4th season actually playing football.
You were kind of shut down last year.
Yes, we were all the way shut down. So
all the way.
But what makes this year special is that we are not charged any type of registration fee for football. Football's free this year. And that's what I want to come on and talk about. So COVID has really jacked a lot of people's finances up. There are a lot of kids who couldn't play before because money was an issue. Now that's not an issue. The only fee that we have is that when we travel, we got to have league IDs.
Okay.
Because we got to have league IDs.
Okay.
So it's just $20 charge. If you ain't got that $20, we don't care. We'll figure that out too.
Okay.
So everybody that wants to play football that's watching this, if you have grandkids, if you have kids, if you're a kid and you're watching, you want to play, money's been an issue, don't even worry about it. We got you.
Okay.
So that's how we doing it this year.
And
we raised a lot of we were able to raise a lot of money.
Sounds like it.
Yep.
Wow. So it sounds like the raising of the money is been good.
It's been well. I had a lot of friends. I had a lot of family. I had a couple of people that don't want to be mentioned. Give me some serious money. I was on Facebook a lot, begging for money.
And it worked. And it worked.
I mean, it really was a blessing. It really was. People really poured out. And again, I know when I was a kid, my mom had 3 boys, and she was a single parent.
Okay.
And paying $150 to play basketball or football or baseball, it was ridiculous. It wasn't happening. So now we've knocked on all because money bills are wall sometimes. We want to make purchases, we don't have it. When we want to pay a bill, we don't always have it. But this time, this is one thing a parent does not have to worry about. If they want their child to play football, if you live in Georgetown, Laurel, it doesn't matter where you live. We
got them covered.
Yeah, we got them covered. We have football and we have cheer. So.
Wow, very good. So where do you play, and does people have to live in a certain area to be able to play football with you?
They do not. We do not have any boundaries.
Ooh, okay.
We play teams. We played 2 teams up north, one in Newark, one in Middletown. We played team in the east. We played team in the Eastern, Princess Anne, Salisbury, and Woodbridge joined this year.
Okay,
and
good.
we have a team from Kent Island that joined our league as well. So we got like 8 or 9 teams.
That just sounds like a sizable group.
Yeah, very, very sizable group. Very, very excellent leadership as far as our conference, Delmarva AYF, as far as our conference is concerned. A couple years ago, I came on here with a gentleman by the name of Derek Williams. We founded this league together. He's no longer with us because he passed away. When our president passed away, I automatically got promoted to president.
Okay.
Because I was vice president.
Right.
And our league really took good care of us. They helped us out financially in some areas, and it was a tough time, but it's good to have it's good when you have great leadership. I'm quite sure you know about that.
Right.
You have your own business and you're a great leader. So and they took care of us, and we were able to keep going. So I love this. This is something that I enjoy.
I can tell.
One of my passions. I've always loved football, and now I can offer it to everyone.
There's no walls.
There's no walls at all, unless you just don't want to participate. And that's okay.
Right.
But if you want to play, and someone calls me, I've had time for lots of phone calls about putting their kid in sport and how much it costs and all this other stuff. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Wow. What age groups are we talking about? From what to what?
Age 5 to 13.
Really?
Yes, we got a lot. I have a lot of 5-year-olds sign up this year, and I think that's going to be pretty awesome. And that's great because the new membership, the young kids are the lifeblood of your organization, and that's going to be it's a big group. I mean, it's a lot of them. Jesus Christ, a lot of them, and they're going to be there for a while. So that makes me feel good that we're going to be able to keep building from here on out.
Wow. Do you have kids?
I have 2 boys. I have an 18-year-old that's in college, and I have a 10-year-old.
Hold it. You have an 18-year-old that's in college.
Yeah.
Wow, he did good quick.
Yeah, he did.
Wow, well, good.
So.
He must have had a good mother. I'm just
That's
messing
another
with
show.
you.
That's a whole nother show.
Oh, okay.
But he did.
That's a whole nother show.
But he did have a great mother. He did have a great mother. He has a great
Okay.
mother. He has a great mother.
I was just kidding there, but anyway, a whole nother topic coming up here. The life and times.
Right.
All right. So anyway, what do you do for a living?
I'm a teacher. I taught at Seaford High School for 6 years, and now I'm at Dover High School.
You're at Dover High School.
Yes, sir.
I go to church at Dover High School.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Really? Okay.
United Church. Yep.
Okay. I think I saw that. Okay. I think I saw them the advertisement or whatever.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Well, good.
And also, speaking of that, I really haven't put this out there a lot because I try not to use it as a selling point, but this year we're going to try to add FCA. I don't know if you know what FCA is.
Oh yeah, Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
So we're going to have we're going to try to input God and a lot into this. I didn't really throw that out there because I don't want people to. I don't want to just people think I'm saying it to get kids to come in and get parents to come.
Good point.
So I know that for me, it's that if God made this happen, ain't no way in the world that we should be doing what we're doing. The money we didn't bring in a bazillion dollars, but we brought it enough to make this thing run, and it's been amazing. I had a goal, and we are like $800 for that goal, man. And it's
really?
in April. I'm telling you, man, it's amazing. And so football is great, but it's not enough. If you don't have God in your life, at least the way I was raised, the way I see it, the way I know it to be, just being able to catch a football, throw a football don't mean anything. That's what's important. So that's what we're going to do this year, and we're working on that as well. So that's what it's about for me.
That's a great organization.
Yeah. Yep.
Great organization.
Yep.
Well, very good.
Yep.
So what if somebody wanted to talk to you, or what if there was a person that wanted to donate some of their time or their talents or give a hand or something? Do you need helpers?
Yes, we do. We still need some coaches. And
okay.
If you're a clergy member at your church and you want to kind of come help us out and spread the word and spread the gospel, whatever, come hit me, give me a call, 253-8770, and also
Say it one more time, a little slower. That's okay.
Oh, sorry, 410-253-8770.
Okay.
And you can look on our Facebook page, Seaford Elite Youth Football.
Seaford League Youth Football.
Seaford Elite Youth Football.
Seaford Elite Youth Football.
Right.
Now, where do you live?
I live in Seaford.
And drive to Dover?
Yeah, I drive to Dover every day.
On purpose?
On purpose.
With a purpose?
With a purpose.
Yeah, well, very good.
Right.
And have you been involved with the FCA before, or is this new?
I know guys that are involved in that, like
Okay.
my man Frank Parks helps us out a lot.
Yep.
You know Frank Parks. We're going to try to use that model, but it definitely will be some spiritual. Got some guys from different churches that come through. Speak to the kids, and so. Hopefully, if someone from FCA is watching, they can contact us and get up with us, and we can work that out. But that's the thing. That's the thing. I really want to turn this into something big, something great for our area.
Wow, good job.
Yeah, thanks a lot,
good
man.
job.
And this is I have a young lady by the name of Marlena Rodriguez. She couldn't come this morning. It's kind of early, so
Should we call her now?
No, we better not call her down. But she's my backbone.
Okay.
Like, she really helps me. She does so much for me. Without her, I could not do any of this, and I hope she's watching because this 100%. And this is 100% correct. She does so much for me, and I love what I do, man. I'm telling you, I've been teaching for 15 years. I got 2 kids. I've done a lot of stuff, but this is probably one of the coolest things I've ever done, and I really enjoy it.
Really?
Right.
You may not realize it. When you talk, you can tell that you care about this. You're into it, and I think it's wonderful.
Yeah,
I think it's wonderful.
And
so
can I send
Sure.
2 shout-outs out?
Sure.
My man, I want to give a shout-out to Pastor Michael Bell at the Radiant Church. He gave us a really good donation. Commander Trot over at VFW 7478 in Greenwood gave us a really good donation yesterday. And I want to give a big shout-out to my man, Jermaine Butler, and his wife, Keisha Butler. They gave us, he owns Delmarva Builder Solutions, contracted company in Salisbury, and he also owns Delmarva Bulldogs, and he raises Bulldogs.
Really?
Yeah, purebred Bulldogs. And I grew up with that guy, and he really helped us out as well. So that's just a few people that I can think of off the top of my head. A lot of $20 here, $20 there. Some people get $10. I mean, all of it's really helped, man. It's really giving it. Tomorrow I'm going to pick up a blocking sled at the church, man.
Well, what's that?
A blocking sled. You know how you blocking sled?
Tell me. Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
okay,
football,
my mind went to wood. Blocking sled. Okay, I got you now.
I mean, so that's I got to drive up by DC tomorrow. We got to pick that up. So we've been able financially, we've been able to do these things. I mean, it's just been an outpouring of love. I can't even. It's hard to believe.
Yeah,
I'm not worthy of this stuff, man.
It's so encouraging to hear this.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
it is. I'm not worthy of this. I mean, it's been such a blessing, and I don't know what else to tell you, but this stuff has been a miracle. So
I would just say God is good.
That's right, man. Not even close,
all the
man.
time.
All the time, man.
So very good.
And I don't want you to think. I don't want anyone to think watching this that we just magically showed up and we asked, and it's been a lot of prayer and stuff involved in this, and people that come out the woodwork and really help us, and that's a blessing. That's all I can tell you.
Good job.
Yeah.
All right, one more time, the phone number,
410-253-8770, Seaford Elite Youth Football. I'm Shawn Williams, and if you want to play football and you want to play for free and you don't want to break the bank, come see us. We got you.
Wow. It's going to be good.
I hope so anyway.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Proud of you. You're doing a good job.
I'm trying, man.
This is exciting.
It is.
Because all you brought me was good news. All good news.
Yeah.
All good news.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Well, take care, okay?
I will do. You think so?
And if you need to get on again, just let Jackie know, okay?
I will do. All right. Thank you.
Okay. See you. See you, Shawn.
All right.
All right. That was a good segment. In other words, and you know what it's like. You got kids. You want them to get involved in things, and everything's got a cost to it. Sounds like he's got that covered. So that's kind of nice that people got behind that and so on. So if you were one of the people that supported it, I say thank you to you. You know what? I want to take a minute and really thank Vanderwin's Farm Creamery. People say, Jim, it's kind of turned into a silly little thing. Everywhere I go, I give out Vanderwin's gift cards. The Dunkin' Donuts window gets gift cards if I go through the drive-in somewhere else. I forgot where I went the other day, and I gave them some gift cards, and they were like, oh, I know what it was. I had Chick-fil-A deliver to the Weller complex. And I gave the lady, I tipped her, and I gave her 2 gift cards to Vanderwin's. And that caught her by surprise. She was like, wow, this is really nice, in other words. So anyway, so I just want to say thank you to the Vanderwins. In other words, this is a sponsor segment now. The Vanderwins family are good, supportive people of our community. There's no question about that. but they also, they're not just farmers, but they also have this ice cream business, and they have like 4 locations in Fenwick Island, and there's one in Dewey Beach and Bridgeville and Greenwood. People say, when are they open? When are they open? I don't know for sure, but I know people are waiting for them to open. They want some ice cream. So if you like good ice cream, check out Vanderwin's. I know out on 404 outside of Greenwood, you can go there. But I don't know exactly when the other ones are opening. But stay tuned. There's quite an excitement. But I appreciate them, sponsoring the show, being part of the show. Jesse Vanderwin is also my state representative. I appreciate him and the whole family. But, when you look around the community, the Vanderwoods are involved in many things. I guess, you can't really be in the community for 60-some years, without making a difference. And they do make a difference. And I appreciate you, the Vanderwin family, for being involved with my show. And thank you very much. All right. With that said, I'm going to open up the phone lines for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And don't forget, today, we've got a third hour. After 9, we're not on the radio, so I need my radio audience to make plans. I want you to think about how you're going to watch this show from 9 to 10. You've got Channel 14, TV Delmarva, or tvdelmarva.com, or you can watch it on the Facebook or YouTube. But 9 to 10, we're going to give away some things. I think Colin is going to join me some. Colin has always wanted to yodel, and I don't know if he's going to yodel today or if he's going to not yodel today. So anyway, 9 to 10 is our bonus hour today, and we want you to join us. But right now, pick up the telephone and dial 422-7336 if you want 2 gift cards to Vanderwin's, okay? No purchase necessary. You pick them up at Weller's in Bridgeville, and Tuesday through Saturday, you stop in and say, hey, I want a couple gift cards on the show, and I'm here for them, all right? So it's 422-7336. We're ready for your call right this minute, 302-422-7336. Pick up the phone. Call me right now if you would like 2 gift cards to Vanderwin's ice cream, all right? All right, caller, are you there?
Hi, Jim. This is Bob. I sat by you yesterday at the Lewis Diner.
Oh, Bob, how you doing?
Well, I'm on my way to the scene of the crime. I left there yesterday and completely forgot to pay for the little bowl of grits.
I paid.
I'm on my way there to apologize, and I'm going to make sure I give a $20 bill to that poor waitress that I stiffed. I can't believe I was so stupid.
Yeah, well, after the police arrived, I took care of it, Bob. It's all been handled. Don't go. I tipped her. I paid her. I'm sincere. It's all been handled, okay?
I still don't care. I'm still going and apologizing to them, and I'm going to give her another $20.
Oh, my God.
That's the right thing to do.
All right. Well, your picture will be up in the post office by the end of the week. No, I'm just kidding. Well,
okay. Well, thank you for covering.
Oh, no problem at all. No problem at all.
That is the right thing to do.
All right. See you. Bye. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? So, Bob, I noticed it was laying there on the table, and I said, I wonder if he paid or not, and I realized I'm just going to pay it, so because I think sometimes they would take it out of the wait staff or whatever. So, Bob, that's pretty cool. Thanks for calling. I hear another ringy-dingy. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I am.
And is this Connie?
Yes, it is.
Connie, how are you?
I said, shoot, I'll just call in again.
Well, how you been?
I'm doing very well. I had
Good.
surgery last week, but I'm doing very well.
What kind of surgery?
Just a bunionectomy. So I got to learn to take it a little slower.
Okay. Wow. Well, I got your name on the list for 2 Vanderwins, okay?
Okay, and thank you very much, and you all have a blessed week.
See you, Connie. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, we're taking a break from the radio. I hear that, and thank you, Connie, for the phone call. And stay tuned and go to tvdelmarva.com right now. All right, everybody, I hope you're at tvdelmarva.com or you're on our Facebook page. And I just want to say howdy, everybody. Colin, we're going to let you start talking because, can we take a quick picture?
Sure.
Even before the timer starts. Here we go, a quick picture. I realized yesterday, I appreciate Tracy taking them, and I know it's just a picture.
You just realized yesterday you appreciate her taking
I appreciate her. But I realized yesterday, as I was thumbing through them pictures, I got quite an archive of pictures. It's kind of cool, in other words, and I like looking back through them.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of good memories. When I was looking up Steve's and all the times we spent there at Jimmy's Grill and over the years, it's just
You could get your own TV channel, Jim, and do a slideshow of
endlessly.
all those. Right, and it would never end. You'd never see the same picture twice.
Right, we'd start over. All right, Colin, TV Delmarva, talk to me.
TV Delmarva. Hey, stay tuned to TV Delmarva. 11 o'clock, coming up today at 11 o'clock. Michael
11
Sprouse,
o'clock.
Coastal A&E with host Michael Sprouse.
What do you
He's
got at
on
10
that show.
o'clock?
We have Studio J, Jessica Martinez.
Okay, but at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock, Michael has an interview with Tony and Lauren Dall. You may recognize the name Tony Dall. You
Dow or
recognize him?
Bow?
Dow with a D.
Dow. Yep. I know that the wooden Dow was named after their family.
No, it's D-O-W, not
Okay.
D-O-W-E-L. Tony Dow,
right.
he played Wally on Leave It to Beaver.
You know, Michael Sprouse has got quite a connection to
Oh,
this.
he's got quite a connection. He's actually become good friends with Tony Dow.
Really? Does
and-
he
and
ever
his
come
wife.
this way? Come to the beach or anything?
No, I think he's out in California, but he interviews
Wow.
him on there. So you want to check that out and see. But he's also an
Wow.
artist. Tony Dow is an artist, and
Really?
that's how Michael got to know him, through his art, because Michael himself is an
A&E,
artist.
Coastal A&E.
Exactly. And so he's interviewed them, and this is, I think, the third or the fourth time he's had Tony and his wife
kidding.
Lauren Dow on, and they're quite a team together, the two of them.
Really?
Yeah. And I told Michael, I said, well, I think she brings as much as he does. You know, he's got the fame from
Right.
you know, playing Wally on Leave It to Beaver, but she definitely brings a lot to the interviews.
So that's going to be on between 11 and 12 today.
Yes. Yep.
Today.
And today, exactly today. And he's always got lots of cool stories.
Yes, he
Tony
does.
Dow does. So does Michael. And you know, it's just an interesting show.
Wow.
So tune in to that
Today.
11 o'clock today.
11 o'clock today on TV Delmarva or tvdelmarva.com or
Amazon Fire Stick, Roku.
everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
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 All
Remember
right.
those numbers I gave you earlier?
Yeah.
The 14,000
Right.
numbers. That's just Roku. That's not even Amazon Fire Stick.
Right.
That's not
I
even
think-
Facebook Live. That's not
Right.
even, over the air.
I feel that your point you were trying to make was you and I, have people say to us, is anybody watching this TV station?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really
when
the
you go out to try to
question,
sell it. That's usually the first
Right.
question.
Right. Because if
Well, how
they're
many-
not watching it, they can't believe that other people are watching.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and so I think what you're saying is you can justify and is the word quantify,
Yeah.
That there is a viable audience
Absolutely.
to advertise and speak
Yes.
to. And I can speak from experience. In other words, Colin, sometimes this show runs more than once through the week. And I can always tell when it's ran again because I'll get a phone call
Right.
for Vanderwin's gift card or something like that. So he's got a good audience, and I do want to encourage you because a lot of people, you own a business, I own a business. Our world has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Shawn was on. They didn't play any football last year. In other
Right.
words, our world
has.
is operating differently. And if you're looking for a very good return on your, is that called ROI?
ROI, return on
your investment.
Yeah.
I
Or
encourage
ROI.
you, or Roy, or Roy, or whatever. Call Colin and just see what opportunities exist. There's no harm in that. In
Right.
other words, 302-242-8015, and you could text. And
Yeah, I'll take a
'cause-
text until 10 o'clock. After
Right.
10, I'll be free from here, and I'll be able to talk if you want to talk.
Right.
So
And don't be shy about it. No, I'm telling you truthfully. There's nobody going to be real pushy with you. They're going to present
no.
to you
Yeah.
what opportunities exist. It might not be for you, but you might have a friend or be involved with an organization that needs to get the word out.
And we're also willing to listen. If you have an idea, say, I've always wanted to do this, and
what
nobody's
do you
ever
think
done
of
it
it?
before.
Right.
What do you think? Yeah, we're willing to listen. That doesn't mean we'll absolutely do it, but
Right,
we're
but
willing to
we'll listen.
listen.
Right.
Because Jim and I have advertised in several places. They're not willing to listen to anything.
Correct. No, right.
It's like our way or
Cookie
the
cutter,
highway.
and there's nothing else.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And also, if you're watching or listening and you say, well, I don't know if I could do a TV commercial, they have people that can help you with that and help
Yeah.
you. You can maybe make a slideshow into a TV commercial. There's many ways to make it if
So
you're nervous.
We've just released our new video packages.
Okay.
Video or commercial packages that you can have a commercial made starting at $650 to have a 30-second commercial made.
Okay.
and
then
then-
it's yours.
It's yours to use
You can
anywhere
use it
you
on
want.
your Facebook
Exactly.
page. You can use it on your website.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
This is a professionally done. We're not actually doing it ourselves now. We were going to do it ourselves, but we just found That's not our strong suit. That's
Okay.
not what we do. So we found a company that will do it.
Okay.
And they'll do it for $650, starting at $650.
Okay.
And it goes up from there depending on what kind of production.
And
you want.
they're used to working with people that have never done a commercial before in their life.
Absolutely. They can
They're
write
going to be
scripts.
very patient with you.
They can do voiceovers. You
Right.
can be the actor. They can bring in other actors. They've got resources. We're talking
Right.
drones, any type of video production you've seen. It can be done by this company.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
text Colin.
Text me.
Somebody, please.
302-242-8015.
All right.
All right. Thank
And
you,
we're
Jen.
going to be on till 10 today. Colin's
10,
gonna
yeah, that's right.
be
We got a
spending some
bonus
time
hour.
with me, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So we really want to encourage everybody, plan your 9 to 10 o'clock. Like if you got to get something done at 9 to 10, just go get it done now so you can join us between 9 and 10. Okay?
Or put it off until about 3 this afternoon.
right, there
or
you
next
go.
weekend.
Or 10:15. Okay? We
Right.
promise. We promise we'll stop at 10 o'clock. Okay? All right. We're coming back on the radio. Weller Does Delmarva. Thank you so much for joining me and watching the show and so on. All right, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Jim Weller here, and we are live right here at the Laurel Junction. And if you got some stuff you want to sell, you need to get it and load it up and come down here and talk to Diane and rent yourself a table. Actually, you get 4 tables for $20. For $20. If you own a business and you wanted to just meet new customers, for $20, you could come here, rent a table, and just literally sit there and meet hundreds, if not thousands of people in a day. They're here Saturdays and Sundays, the Laurel Junction. If you have any questions, you call Diane, and she likes to be called on the telephone. So it's 302-841-5864, 302-841-5864. That is the direct number to Diane. She is in charge here, and she will tell you all the opportunities exist, whether you want to rent a table outside, whether you maybe want a storefront up front, maybe you want to start a business right here and take advantage of all the traffic they already have. Give her a call, 841-5864. Call her now just to make sure her telephone is working, okay? Say good morning to her if you would, please, all right? She needs to know, is anybody watching the show? 841-5864. Give Diane a call this morning, and if you don't do no more than just say, good morning, Diane. All right, what in the world is next? Easy Clean Power Washing, okay? We're going to have Rosa on. Oh, Rosa from Weller's is going to be joining us from Weller's. And I don't know exactly what she's going to do, but I got an email from her late last night that she's very excited about today's segment. So who knows? Anybody remember last week or last time she climbed that rock wall and was swinging on the swings? Rosa is a ball of energy, so she will be joining us in just a few minutes. But in the meantime, let's brag on one of our sponsors, Mike Shafer's Easy Clean Power Wash. Now, you hear me talk about him. I want to tell you some of the things Mike has done for me. One of the things he did is he cleaned, like my sidewalk at home is pavers. And somehow, some way, he cleaned them without all the sand getting blown away or whatever. I don't know if he used a soft wash or what he did, but my pavers look as good as they did when they were put down. They actually look a little better. They're cleaner than they were when they were new. So anyway, he did that. He has done my house, porch. He did my swing set. He did my tractor, my zero-turn mower. I had my zero-turn mower, and the guy said, I've never seen somebody's mower be this clean. I said, oh, yeah, yep, it's clean. So anyway, I'm just letting you know, he did my big building. He's done a lot of stuff for me. Recently, he did Weller's in Bridgeville. He did the building. He did some other buildings. Swing sets, the swing sets out front. I didn't realize they were that dirty till they were cleaned. Man, they look like new. Again, a lot of the stuff looks better than new. So listen, it's the time of year, if you got something you want to get it cleaned up. He does soft wash as well as power wash. He's got years of experience. Estimates are free. He's an owner-operator, so when you call, you're going to get Mike. When he comes out to do the work, you're going to get Mike. And he'll do a good job for you. Whatever he does, it's safe for your animals, safe for your plants. And like I say, he's an owner-operator. He's an honest guy. He's a hard worker. And he'll take good care of you. So his name is Mike Shafer's And like I say, he's servicing Delmarva, including the Seaford, Laurel, Millsboro, Milford, Lewis. I'm not going to name them all. He'll take good care of you all the way down to Ocean City and over to Easton and Preston and so on. He does power washing services of all exterior, your home, your roofing. Oh, yeah, for roofing, he has this stuff that he puts on there, and it kills some of them little green things, and he does a good job. So I've been very, very happy with him, okay? 100% satisfaction guaranteed. You will be pleased. He does have a Facebook page. He'd like you to like him on Facebook. Easy Clean Power Washing on Facebook. And his phone number. Let's give you his phone number. It's 302-381-8305. That's 302-381-8305. 381-8305. Give Mike a call. Please tell him I sent you. He'll do a good job for you. You'll be pleased. If you don't get him, leave a message. He'll call you back because when he's out working, he's working. And that's why he wasn't able to join me this morning, because he had some stuff that the people wanted done today. So he's doing it. All right. Mike Shafer's 302-381-8305. Easy Clean Power Washing. On the web, it's easycleanmd.com. You will be pleased. He does a good job. He's honest, he's fair, and he will be the one that shows up and does the work. And he'll also be the one that answers the phone. So what is next? I think Rosa is joined us. We're very excited to chat with her this morning. Rosa, are you there? Oh, yeah, thank you. Good idea.
Good morning, Jim. I'm here.
Okay, how are you?
I'm great this morning. How are you?
Wow, I like the hat.
Right?
Yeah, what are you doing, collecting eggs?
I am getting ready to open up our chicken coop that we sell down here, which is absolutely so cute. Look at this little thing, right?
Yes,
so
it is.
Right here we have the lid that pops up, and you have this right here that'll hold it for you. And my, oh my! Look! The Easter Bunny has left Weller some eggs. I'm actually excited about this. There's really eggs down here that the Easter Bunny just gave Wellers, and I'm collecting them out of this chicken coop that we have here.
Wow.
It's so great. So that's where you get your eggs from. Can you see this? That this is the little egg laying area that the chickens come into, and that's where you'll find your
eggs.
Your delicious little eggs that you will cook for breakfast.
Wow.
We'll put this lid back down. We'll put this lid back down, and look at the front of it. It's got little windows that you can actually peek at your chickens and see what they're doing when they're in there. Great. Shingled roof. Got vent up there that keeps them nice and airy in there so they don't get so hot and sweaty, you know?
Right.
Vents on the side. They're Amish built. They're great. It has a little ramp here that you can open up the door if you've got a fenced-in little area, let the little chickens out and run around. It's great. On the other side over here, we have where the chickens go in to roost. We have the boards that are built in there for the chickens to sit on. It's just a great little coop here for Delaware. What is Delaware if we're not chickens? You know, we have lots of chickens. The only thing is, this doesn't come with chickens, so you got to supply your own chicken.
Oh.
But I do have eggs. So if you come here to Wellers today and you ask for me, Rosa, we have something for him, Jim. What do we have?
Well, we're going to give you a free gift just for stopping in and asking for Rosa. We want people to stop in and say, Rosa, you did an unbelievable job on that segment there. We're going to give you a gift card to Vanderwin's and a Weller's flashlight just for stopping in and saying hi to Rosa. Is that correct?
That is correct. Stop in, say hi to Rosa here at Wellers in Bridgeville, and you're going to talk to me. And I hope you enjoyed our little eggs here with the chicken coops that we do sell. You can also, check this out, you can also get them painted like a pink. If you want a pink chicken coop, you can get a pink chicken coop.
Wow.
Whatever your little heart desires, okay?
It's up to you.
Custom painted.
And they include...
Treated wood, awesome.
They include free local delivery?
Yes, it absolutely does. Very free local delivery. You'll have your chicken coop right in your yard. They are about 12, 14, 16 weeks, somewhere in that line, they're out. So
to get one built.
If you need a chicken coop this winter to keep your little chickens warm, you better get one ordered because they hot. This one's already sold. I appreciate whoever has bought this allowing me to use this morning as my prop for you today.
I have a couple questions. They're made by the Amish, correct?
That is correct.
Do the chickens
handmade, handcrafted, hand painted?
Do the chickens have to be Amish?
No, they can be a French chicken. It doesn't matter.
Okay, a French hen.
We just don't supply the chickens, though. Like you have to buy your own chicken.
Okay. Are you?
I had a big one here, being my cameraman, but he wouldn't cluck for me this morning. So
who's your cameraman?
That he didn't cluck, or it was Chuck. It's Chuck. He's right on the other side of this phone here, and he wouldn't cluck for me. He wouldn't
chime in.
He wouldn't rooster crow. He wouldn't do anything. Yeah, just no
wow.
Help.
All right, no help at all.
No.
Uncooperative. All right,
but
so
as you can see, we have all sorts of Amish built
sheds. Wow.
All these on the lot are actually sold, Jim. They're all sold right now. So.
I know. Somebody stopped by the other day and said you got 30 sheds down there, and every one of them sold.
Every one of them. They're going so quickly. So if you want a shed, a dog castle, or that little chicken coop that I just explained this morning, you need to get in here and ask for Rosa, or you can call us at 302-337-8228. That's 302-337-8228. And we are in Bridgeville, Delaware.
Rosa, I got to ask you a question.
Okay.
You seem to be enjoying doing this segment.
I'm trying to make it very interesting and fun part of a business that we are here. We try to be friendly and outgoing, and I just want it to be fun, too.
Well, I want to say I am so glad you work with me, and people that deal with you enjoy it. So thank you very much, okay?
You're so welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Love it here.
See you, Rosa. Have a good day.
Come see me, everybody.
All right.
Thank you. You do the same.
Bye. Bye. Now, she's a ball of energy first thing in the morning out there in the foggy chicken coop area. So that's Rosa, everybody. And if you've never met Rosa, I do want to ask you, because that's what she asked. She said, Jim, give them something to get them to come in and just say hello. So we got these really nice LED Weller's flashlights. They're brand new, never been used. And they come with batteries. So people like that. So we'll give you a free flashlight, and we'll give you a gift card to Vanderwin's just for free. We're there today till 2 o'clock. Stop in and say hello to Rosa. Encourage her. She's nervous, in other words, and, this is different for her, but she's in sales. She could sell you a trailer, a shed, a chicken coop, a carport, a generator, a flag. Whatever you may need, just give her a call or come see her. But I would appreciate it if you enjoyed her segment. You got to admit, that was some energy there first thing in the morning, and we really like her. So thank you, Rosa, for working for me, and I appreciate you. And check her out at Weller's Utility Trailers, Route 13 in Bridgeville. She'll be there today till 2, okay? 302-337-8228, Rosa. All right, what is next? I would like you to round somebody up for me for just a minute. Could you do that for me? It's a guy named Steve Grossman. Steve, paging Steve. If Steve can join me, I'd like to talk to him, okay? Hey, Chris, could you tell Steve I'd like to talk to him for a minute? Okay. Chris is Steve's booking agent. So, in other words, Chris said I have to pay Chris to book Steve to talk. Now, Steve, I don't have to pay, and once he talks, you'll see why. But anyway, Steve will be worth every penny that you're paying to listen to him. Steve celebrated a birthday yesterday. I think he's 68 years old, his wife told me. I'm not sure. And but he's maintained well. In other words, we're going to take another picture just for the heck of it, by golly. And Steve's been taking that medicine, that hydrochloroquine or whatever it's called, and it's really preserved him well. So, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I do take a pile of medicine twice a day. So, cholesterol, blood pressure. I tell my doctor every time that, my A1Cs are real good and my cholesterol's down. Imagine how well it would be if I wasn't eating the chocolate and the candies and the things I'm not supposed to eat and took the medicine.
Right.
So,
the problem with the medicines is it's almost like a free pass.
Exactly. That's the way I looked at it years ago.
To not really pay attention.
The only time I get serious is when he says, we're going to take you off the pills and give you insulin. And then, if you have to do 2 shots a day, then I get real good real quick.
I have to do 1 shot a day, and I hate it.
I'd never do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, how was the birthday?
The birthday was an interesting day. It started early, as you know.
Right.
At 5. I woke up late, but still made it on time.
Now, do you wake up before you arrive at the Lewis Diner?
Yesterday I didn't.
You didn't? Okay.
But normally I get up around 4 on a Friday.
Okay.
And take a shower and get ready for work, and then come, and then I work up in Newcastle County, so... but yesterday I rolled over at 5 o'clock and went,
got to get rolling.
And I walked into the diner at 5:30.
Wow.
Showered, ready to go.
Did you hear the gentleman call in who had been there yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Didn't pay his $2.99 bill.
That's correct.
I'm quite taken that he's going back. I paid it because it was just laying there on the same table.
Right.
I thought it would reflect on me, is what I thought.
So what I'm learning from that is I have to sit at your table, leave my bill on the
just
table,
leave
and
the bill laying there
just
anyway.
leave it there, and somebody will pick it up. Right.
Well, I was worried that the lady might have to pay for it that waited on us.
Right.
So I thought, I'm just going to pay for this. So fortunately, Bob was a late eater. But
That's
anyway.
good. And just to clarify, it's not breakfast Bob, it's the other Bob.
That's right.
Because
No, it's not breakfast Bob.
I'm over
right.
there with Bob going, you better clarify that.
That's true. That's a good point, because we don't breakfast Bob. We don't want to say any words we shouldn't say about breakfast Bob.
Right,
But anyway,
because he pays his bill every week.
He pays his bill.
Except for the week that Lisa paid for him. But other than that, he pays his bill.
Did you have a good birthday?
I did have a good birthday. I worked, and then we came home last night, went out to dinner, and went to bed early so I could get up and do this. And
Okay.
I'm going to be going out dinner tonight with some friends.
Really?
Yeah. So
Well,
we're gonna
you should have
do
felt
that.
loved.
I
It was a
did.
nice day.
Between your post in the morning, and then my good buddy Austin, gave me a good tearjerker.
Really?
On his post, because we butted heads over the years, but he's a kid. He's 24 years old, and
he's realized that you're always right.
And well, no, I'm not always right. I'm just correct.
So I thought it was nice. Lisa had reached out to a lot of people too.
Yes,
I
she
mean,
did.
I got
Yes,
a
she
thing
did.
saying, please come and so on.
Yep.
And then I was going through them pictures, and I realized you've really been around a lot. In other words,
we've been seen together a lot.
I agree. In other words, in those pictures, and I was like, we've all went through some seasons of life. As I thumbed through them.
I remember the first one with you and Colin was really that first time you guys went to Legislative Hall.
Oh,
with Catch It Live. And
no, we didn't get thrown out that day.
Well,
that was the day Steve wasn't with us.
Yeah, I wasn't with you that day. You got thrown out.
Right.
But I remember you calling and saying, "Hey, you've been there before. Can you kind of give us a tour?" And I got you in the door, and we started walking into legislators' offices without knocking.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the things that we've done over the years that you don't remember you've done.
Right.
As I pointed out to you yesterday, the picture of us in front of the Milton Theater.
Right.
And then
I
was
remember
trying to
that.
think, what were we doing at the Milton Theater?
There was a debate or
It was
something.
a debate that night. Exactly. And you guys were covering it when you guys were getting started with Catch It Live. So,
Right.
Good times. Good times.
Yep. That day at Legislative Hall, there was one legislator that was unbelievably kind to us. In other words, the gentleman said, you can pretty much hang out in my office. I think he offered us what was in the refrigerator. I hope he did. It was on the shelf, okay.
Top shelf?
But anyway, and then when we went in that room, what's the room? The chamber or whatever?
Yeah.
He said, you pretty much do whatever you want, sit wherever you want, and so on. It was great. Now, when we went over on the other chamber, everything changed.
They get a little more serious in the
They
in the
kicked us
upper
out.
chamber. Yeah.
Right. They didn't know who we were. We had no forms filled out. We were just running around.
Right.
But it was a great day, wasn't it, Colin? It was really something, So I want to encourage that. I mean, after someday that legislative hall is going to open back up to the public.
Yes. And
Okay.
people should go. And
people should go.
And see it.
I agree.
Remember I took Frank to a last night of session.
Yeah, where
Once
they
he had
stopped
never
the
been.
clock or something at
Right,
midnight.
when he'd never been. And I left early, and about 2 o'clock in the morning, he called me, and he pointed out, he said, do you know that this certain senator is a real idiot? And I went, well, yes. And he says, didn't you know that? He says, well, I just saw it with my own eyes. So sometimes
Okay.
you have to go into there and
see
watch
it.
these guys and see what they actually do, because sometimes it's really good, and most of the time it's just frustrating when you
Witness
see what
it.
they're when you witness it firsthand. Yes.
Right. Compared to you read snippets in the news.
Right.
But this, yeah.
Right.
So I'm encouraging, because it was neat. I mean, in other words, you go in, you go through security, and the food's in the basement. I remember seeing this room where they print stuff.
Yeah, the print shop.
Man,
where
the
they're printing the bills
stacks
and all,
of,
yep.
copier paper amazed me. I was thinking, if this basement floods, they're going to lose a lot of paper.
Lose a lot of paper.
That's what. That's all. I would have put them on pallets.
Slow down the process. And,
right.
Yeah.
Because when they change a bill,
they have to print so many copies of it
for so many people.
Staff has to have it. The legislators have to have it. The lobbyists. There's a big mail room in the back where all the lobbyists have a little mail slot, and they got to throw everything into them.
Yeah.
So,
Do you think it's going to open before before Mr. Carney's term is over? Do you think Legislative Hall will open before John Carney is no longer in office?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I think it's going to open this session? No.
Okay.
I think the Republicans are going to keep fighting to get it open, and the Democrats are going to go. We're going to follow the science, which was the line yesterday.
Right.
After the lawsuit was.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the lawsuit.
Yeah, Julianne Murray and her lawsuit.
That's a big deal.
It is. Well, by doing meetings by Zoom, what you're finding is I don't have to look at you face to face.
Right.
So I can push the button at 60 seconds and cut you off instead of waiting for you to finish the sentence.
Right.
If you were standing in front of me. And the other thing that they're doing is they're getting more and more brazen in their comments to each other. Because I'm not sitting next to you.
It's like Facebook.
Exactly.
You can say anything you want to somebody
because you're not there looking at me, or the fear of you punching me for saying something
or
wrong,
slashing your tires out in the parking lot.
My tires in the parking lot. There you
go.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, which you used to like when you were in the tire business.
Absolutely.
That was okay. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Not that I encourage or paid anybody to do it. It's just I used to be in the tire business. Is all we're saying.
Right.
And I enjoyed a flat tire. How's that?
That's good.
Okay. That's the only person that enjoys a flat tire is somebody in the tire business. Right.
All right.
We had a good birthday.
Yes, I did.
I appreciate your friendship, and
no problem, buddy.
I thought it was a nice day.
It was a beautiful day.
And I watched your
rained,
pictures,
it was lots of people reaching out, lots of phone calls.
You know who really enjoys the rain?
Who?
Is worms.
Worms?
They come up, and then guess who enjoys them next?
Yeah.
Is the birds.
It's the birds.
It gets them worms.
The birds and the fish. Right.
Yep.
Right. There you
go.
There you
now
go.
the fish, they go under the docks when it rains.
Right.
Because they don't want to get wet.
Right. But when I moved down to Sussex County in the beach area, I realized that a rainy day in Rehoboth was always better than a sunny day in Dover.
Okay. Why?
Because you're in Rehoboth. You're not in Dover.
Okay. I got you.
All right. Thanks.
Anything else?
No, just.
Let me give you 2 gift cards to Vanderwin's.
No, just to take the 2 seconds to, the one thing that I'm huge on is helping out in the community. So encouraging people to get up and do something for somebody else today, tomorrow, yesterday, the next day.
Do it.
Do it.
Don't delay.
Don't, not at all. Not at all.
Take the wit and wisdom of Steve Grossman.
There you go.
And apply it to your life and do something for somebody.
That's right.
How's that?
That's it. Perfect.
Okay.
Thanks, Jim.
All right. See you. Take care.
Take care.
All right. Thanks a lot. Okay, that was a non-paid sponsor segment. So anyway, and Chris Callio for lining that up. Thank you very much. All right, and anytime, anybody but Chris. So anyway, folks, that was Steve Grossman. We're having a good time here, and where are we? We're inside the Laurel Junction. I see people pulling up and looking in and saying, "Is that where they're at?" and so on. So anyway, if you want to see where we're at, just come right around by the drive-in side of the Burger King, and you can look through the window and see us here. So anyway, I just want to let you know that you are invited. Everybody is welcome to come on to the Laurel Junction and watch this show in person. And for $4.99, you can take advantage of the breakfast special. Chef Fred, I guarantee you won't be disappointed. It's 2 eggs, 2 biscuits, 2 sausage patties, and sausage gravy, and grits, all for one money, $4.99. And there's a full menu here for Chef Fred's, a full menu, and you can actually order online. So anyway, I like the BLTs first thing in the morning. I also love their turkey subs. They use that, I forgot the brand of meat, but it's really good. I think it's boar's head or something like that. But anyway, I like this place, and you will too, and I invite you to stop down and say hello, watch the show in person. If I got time, I'll get you on with me and say hello to you. So we're going to talk about Josh McNeil, McNeil's Paving, after we take a break. So at 8 o'clock, we take a break. So when we take the break, we need you to follow us. So we take a break just from the radio side of things. So if you're listening on the radio and you don't want to miss any of the show, when we take a break at the top and the bottom of the hour, you just need to go over to Facebook and look up Weller Does Delmarva, or you can watch tvdelmarva.com right on your device if you want, in other words, or on Channel 14 on TV. So with that said, we're doing a bonus hour today. And people say, what's a bonus hour? It just means that we're going to, after 9 o'clock, just keep right on with the show till 10 o'clock this morning. We're going to do it for a few weeks. It's a pilot type thing. We're testing this out to see how it goes. If we can literally talk for 3 hours, that's the biggest concern. Can we talk for 3 hours? And Colin's going to join me, and we're going to jibber jabber and chit chat about some different things. And we got a couple guests that might join us after 9. We're going to maybe break out the prize wheel and give some things away. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to have a good time doing it. So I hear the radio is going to take a break. So right now, switch over to WellerDoesDelmarva.com or on Facebook. All right. All right, now we've made the switch. We are officially not on radio, and we are sitting here in the Laurel Junction, and we are having a good time. So we had Rosa on. That was pretty cool. That was real good. That was real good. She did not look nervous to me. She did not look nervous to me.
No, I don't think she's nervous. I think she's doing a great job for you. I think that whole segment and that concept is actually a great idea. And if you're a business and you're looking for this.
Yes.
We have what's called live cut-ins.
Live cut-ins.
Live cut-ins. So you would get a 2-minute segment where you would actually do just that on Jim's show. You would come in, and we would actually have somebody
You mean like right now?
Right now,
Not today.
Right.
Could you do one today?
No.
Okay, just checking.
No, because we're going to have somebody out there.
Oh, that's right.
That can get the job done in 2 minutes and get your message across. So we're going to have a.
This is pre-planned.
This is pre-planned.
Okay.
And it's going to be, you need more than just one shot at it too.
Right. Right.
You know, it's something you need to do on a regular basis, or at least for an extended period of time.
Right.
Yeah, to make sure you get your message across every week. But what it'll be is somebody will be out there.
Okay.
It won't be me, most likely. But it'll be somebody that's a professional broadcaster that knows how to get a message across in 2 minutes and get make sure.
Get to the point.
Make sure you see and hear everything that you want to say in that 2 minutes. So, we've got a couple ideas, and we're talking to a couple places about it already. Okay. But we have more time. We would still like to talk to somebody else. So if you have any interest in that, 302-242-8015, text me or give me a call. After 10, you can give me a call on that. But text me between now and 10 o'clock, 302-242-8015. They're called live cut-ins.
Okay. And really what I want to also make a point of is, Colin's got this TV station, TV Delmarva. He doesn't have it just to make money, and he'd like to make money, and it hasn't made money yet, but it's going to make money. But you want to help businesses. That's what you want to do. You want to get the word out.
Have you been looking at my books, Jim?
No, I haven't been looking at your books.
Sounds
when I
like
talked
you
about the not making money
well.
thing, no, I just know that you're trying to get this thing going.
Right. Yes.
And when you're getting a business going, the money is just steadily flowing out.
Yes.
Now it's time to go ahead and get a return on your investment. I mean, you're supposed to. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what the money flowing out is. That is an investment. And I knew it was an investment when we started. And, we prepared to make the investment. And we've got 4 channels on the air right now.
Wow.
Over the air, on the air. And we're satisfied with that at the moment. Eventually, we'll be adding more. But right now, we have 4 channels. And we have lots of sponsorship opportunities. And a way to get your message out and get your message across effectively.
Right. Affordably.
And affordably, yes, exactly.
Yep. So, and Colin's a businessman. So, I know in my life, I've had so many people come and try to talk to me about promoting my business and advertising. They don't own a business. They have no idea what it's like to walk in these shoes. You know, they only know what they want to sell. So this is a little bit different. You're going to be dealing with people that, understand business. Even the people that are going to talk to you about selling you ads also understand business. It's not just about.
And it all starts at the top too. How are things being handed down? From the top. How we want to approach businesses and business owners. So that's and it's not a hard sell because and I know we don't want to be hard sold.
And they're not coming through the door claiming to be an expert on your business.
Right.
In other words. But it's an opportunity. So I mean, we just want an opportunity to talk to you. So just text Colin at 302-242-8015 and say, hey, I'd like to have a conversation with somebody about what opportunities exist with TV Delmarva.
So, and I really like this live cut-in because I think that's going to be very effective, especially if you have a business that, is there's lots of people around and there's lots of hustle and bustle, going on in the background. And you can
or you
show
just
us-
got a
we can
brand
show
new
products.
item in.
Yes.
You want to
yes.
show it right now. You don't
Right.
want to wait and, print an ad or anything like. You want it now. You traded in something yesterday and you
Right.
want to show it to somebody today.
Right. A car dealer
know.
got a new Lamborghini
Right.
or something.
Or a
yeah.
boat,
Or a boat or whatever. Right. Yeah.
Used
Trailer.
ink pens. Used ink
Trailer.
pens.
That's a good idea, Jim. You wanna think
Trailers.
about that.
Right. Trailers.
Or
Oh.
sheds.
Yeah. Sheds. Carport, swing sets, everything.
Yeah. So you really have 30 sheds out there and every one of them sold?
It might even be 40. Yeah. We don't have one shed in stock today. Now, what happens is they only bring 2 or 3 on a load.
Right.
So we've literally had people follow a load into the driveway.
Where is this place going? Where's
Yeah.
this shed
and
going?
saying,
want it.
I want that shed. We've had numerous times where people would, or it's really more they're driving by and they see a guy unloading a shed.
Right, okay.
And they're thinking, I was here last week and there wasn't none for sale. I see them unloading 3 right now. I want to buy one of those
take
3.
all 3 of them.
And it's just because business is good. The weather's been wonky.
Mm-hmm.
And when the weather's wonky, your deliveries get backed up.
Yep.
So that's how we've gotten
Because
so far
they don't
behind.
want to go and tear people's yards
And they don't
up
want to make
soft
ruts, and the
right.
ground needs to be level, and,
Yep.
and it's something. So anyway, if you want to talk about a shed, we'd love to talk to you. They're Amish built. We're very fortunate. When we got into this, we had many choices of sheds we would sell,
Mm-hmm.
and so we didn't know the shed business. We were just so fortunate that we picked a really good brand to
You
sell.
picked the right one
Yep.
first
Yep.
time. Wow, that's good.
Yep. All right, we're coming
for the
back on the
radio,
radio. All right. Here we go. Let me get my thoughts together. We're back on the radio. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Jim Weller here, and you are listening to and watching Weller Does Delmarva. This is a live weekly show. It's like no other show you're going to hear all week long. So I want to brag on one of my sponsors, and that is Dry Zone. People say, you sure do love Dry Zone. You know what I love about Dry Zone? They know what they're doing. That's what I love. In today's world, it's so refreshing when you hire somebody to do a job and they know what they're doing and they do it right and they show up on time. And if you have a problem, they make it right. Dry Zone is a wonderful, locally owned and operated company. What do? They do crawl space encapsulations. They can help you if you have a basement leaky type problem. If you want to remodel your basement and build some walls or put a sump pump in or anything like that, they can help you with that. If you have some concrete like your sidewalk, or you own a business and part of the floor has dipped down in one area and humped up in another and you've got a tripping hazard, they have a thing called poly level where they can literally level concrete and get it all nice and level so nobody trips and falls and potentially gets hurt. So anyway, I just want to let you know, Dry Zone also has an electrical division. So, if you need some electrical work, I've dealt with them more than once on electrical things. So I've used Dry Zone even for structural things, for a house that the foundation was not well, an 86-year-old home. So I'm just letting you know they provide many services, but what they do it right. They know what they're doing. The people that work for them can explain to you the process. So you give them a call and they send you a packet of information and then they schedule a date and a time that they're going to come. And when they come, they come. They come on time. They come that day. They don't make a bunch of excuses. Then they sit down with you. They look at your situation and they give you a solution. And then they let you know what you're looking at. The nice thing about Dry Zone, if they do some work for you, the warranty. And I know this doesn't sound like a big deal, but everybody's selling their houses right now. The warranty is transferable. So that is just one more added benefit. A lot of people, do what Dry Zone does. They don't do it quite like Dry Zone does it, but Dry Zone is the leader in the industry of all the things they do. But their warranty being transferable adds more value to your home if you were going to sell your home. So anyway, it's dryzone.com. Now, they're always growing. So what's that mean? They're always looking for new team members, okay? So I have been helping to promote Dry Zone for years. They're friends of mine. I've dealt with them for years, and I'm telling you, they do a good job. So you give them a call at 302-684-5034, 684-5034. dryzone.com, and let's say you're looking for a new job. Maybe all this rain has messed you up wherever you work. They don't work when it's raining, and you need a job where you can get 52 paychecks a year. Dry Zone will work you 52 weeks a year, no problem at all. So you give them a call or you stop in. It's best to stop in. They're right there on Route 16 in Ellendale, and dryzone.com on the web. All right. Oh, we're getting ready to pose for a picture. I'm going to stop talking for 1 second. And we took a picture just that quick. So anyway, I just want to let you know that dryzone.com, give them a call. If you want to talk about a job, maybe stop in. And if you want to stop in, like if you're just a consumer and you want to stop into the Dry Zone barn, there's a lot of the products they use in there. You could talk to people. You could see some of the awards they won. I'm proud of them. I'm impressed, and I'm glad to be able to help promote Dry Zone on Route 16 in Allendale, okay? 684-5034, dryzone.com. When you hear me talk about my advertisers, you can tell I like them, okay? Because I don't advertise for anybody that I don't recommend, and I'm recommending these people. So my next guest has arrived, and I am going to find my little notes. As I sift through these papers, you could tell that's how far behind I am, okay? I'm that far behind because I have really been jibber-jabbering. So I have got Joanne Hutchison from the Delaware Burn Camp has joined me. Where did you come from? How far did you ride?
I rode from Smyrna.
No kidding. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Have you ever been to Laurel before?
A few times, yes.
A few times,
Through
all right.
the fire service.
Okay, and we're going to talk about the Delaware Burn Camp.
That's correct.
Okay, so I'm really not familiar, so I'm excited about this because I want to understand what it is and what you do. So first, I really am glad you came on a foggy morning from Smyrna to join me on the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Did Mike Lowe put you up to this?
Yes.
Okay, well, good.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
All right. So tell me, Joanne, about the burn camp a little bit.
The burn camp is a camp for children who have sustained serious burn injuries that require treatment by a physician. They have to be between the ages of 6 and 18. It is totally free. Families do not get any bills. Everything that we do is through donation.
Really?
And the children have an opportunity to attend a week-long session. We utilize the Camp Barnes facilities.
Oh, okay.
And we have activities from the time their feet hit the floor until the time they hit the sheets at night.
Really?
We keep them busy doing all kinds of activities. It gives them an opportunity to have a week-long session of being normal, even though they've sustained some serious injuries.
Now, they're also there with other children that have sustained an injury.
Right. They're all burn children.
So it's almost like they have a common thread there.
That's correct.
They have something in common, I
That's
guess is
correct.
what I'm saying.
That's correct.
Wow. So this is kind of a chance to vent, to play, to
compare.
get away from mom and dad or siblings or whatever,
Exactly.
and just be their self.
That's right.
Is there swimming at Camp Barnes?
Yes, they have actually an Olympic-sized pool, and then they're right there on the Assawoman Bay, and we have kayaks and canoes and paddle boats and all that sort of thing. They can fish, they can crab. In the recent visits, we've done launching of rockets that they have to build themselves.
Really?
We're going to do all kinds of activities like that this year again. Our session is from the 9th to the 14th of August this year.
Is there still room?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Okay.
We can
I
always
didn't know.
take children. All the staff that are there are primarily they're all volunteers, but they're primarily healthcare staff. They're
Okay.
nurses and so forth that work in and around the different hospitals and facilities throughout the state.
Wow, this is very nice.
Yeah.
And have you been down there when they do this?
Oh, I'm there every year.
Are you really?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
the president of the board of directors, and
Okay.
as such, I stay there every year, round the clock, from the
Wow.
time it starts to the time it ends.
Right. So it's not for a person or child that's sustained a burn for medical. This is for venting. This is for having fun. This is a let it all out type thing.
We
In
offer
other words,
counseling. We offer all kinds of services in that regard. If they have other special needs, we do attend to those needs as well.
Okay,
Because not all
okay.
children are as able to get around and do things as other children.
right?
We do try to make sure that we prepare in advance. Applications are necessary. They have to have physicals.
Okay.
All that sort of thing before they can attend. But we do make sure that they have everything done prior to them coming, and we interview them, make sure they're ready to come.
Right.
That sort of thing.
Right. But it sounds like it's a very safe, friendly environment.
We try to,
They're
yes.
going to be with people that have been through an experience as they have, and it's probably a chance to build and make brand new relationships.
It is. We had one young camper who came. Now, last year we were unable to hold the camp session due to COVID, of
Right.
course. But the year before, we had a young man who came, and at the age of 2, he had been burned over about 90% of his body, seriously burned. And he was just a remarkable little guy. They built out of cardboard and duct tape boats, and they had to
Really?
be able to float these boats across the pool and the whole 9 yards. And it gives them an opportunity to realize within themselves they have a lot of capabilities they
Yes.
may not have known about.
Yep, limitless.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Wonderful kids.
How long has this been going on?
We're into our, let's see, we started our first camp session in 2009.
Okay.
We actually started looking into it in 2008. We were asked by the legislature to determine whether or not we felt a camp was necessary in this area. And when we looked at it, the closest camp session that would be held was like 3 hours, 4 hours away.
Oh.
And as a parent, that's tough to send your children that far away for a camp session
Yes.
when you're not sure you can get there if something happens.
Right.
So we decided, yes, we needed the camp, and we've had as few as 6 and as many as 16 campers so far.
Really?
The ladies' auxiliaries in the Sussex County area have been remarkable in helping with food and things of that nature. Everything that we do is through donation, as I said earlier. We can accommodate just about everything that they need.
Wow.
So we're real
This is
proud
very
of how far
nice.
we've come in
Yeah.
those few years.
Good job. And is this like a full-time thing for you,
No,
or okay?
I just retired last year. I was a registered nurse at Bay Health up in Dover.
Okay.
Had been there for about 33 years.
Wow.
And the nurses that are there with me, several of them have now retired. As camp has progressed, we've gotten older, that happens.
Okay.
But we've managed to make sure that we keep our hand in and keep things
Right.
rolling in the right direction.
What a great thing, Now, can people make a financial donation to this if they want to?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything we do is through donation.
Okay.
And if they if they want to make a donation on our website, which is www.Delaware, spelled out, DelawareBurnCamp.com, you can find all of our address, our phone numbers, everything listed.
Is there a Facebook page for the
Yes,
Delaware
there
Bird
is.
Camp?
Yes,
Okay.
there is.
So we want people to like the Facebook page just for the heck of it.
That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine.
Wow. Well, I think this is wonderful. I think it's wonderful. I like the Camp Barnes camp. I support it through the state police things, and
It's
I think we just
amazing.
sold them a trailer here in the past few weeks. So
It's an
anyway,
amazing facility.
it is amazing. Yep. And I didn't even know they had a pool. So
They have a pool. And we actually have 2 nurses who come down. They bring their horses. They actually set up
Really?
they set up a little corral for them, and they stay there in campers, monitoring the horses, and the kids have the opportunity to horseback ride. We have a little bit of everything for them.
wow.
Yeah.
This is very nice. So, well, good job. So if somebody wants to make a donation, they can make a donation. If they have a child that might be a candidate, what do they do there? Go to the website?
You can. Our address is actually Post Office Box 682, Dover,
Okay.
19903, and all they need to do is address it to the Delaware Burn Camp. And we put that post office box. First of all, I used to live in Dover. Now I live in Smyrna, but it's easy for me to get to, and I can monitor that. Our treasurer is Paul Dory, who is from down here in Sussex,
Okay.
and he actually is high up in the Boys and Girls Club. So
Oh,
he's very,
another
very,
good
very
organization,
busy all
yeah.
the way around.
Wow.
We have a lot of good folks who help us out every
Sounds
time,
like it.
and we meet throughout the year to make sure we have everything ready when the kids are there. It works out well.
And is there a specific need? Like, do you have an item that you wish somebody would ponder donating, or is there anything specific that you need?
No, not at this time.
Okay.
Not at this time.
Sounds
Not
like you
unless
got it all
have
covered.
A camp that you'd like to just give it. No.
In other words, just a whole campground. All
That
right.
won't happen, I know. But
Wow.
in any event, we're real tickled with the way we've moved forward and how things have progressed.
All right. Well, very good. I'm going to give you, if it's okay, a couple gift cards to Vanderwin's. Have you ever had Vanderwin's ice cream?
Yes, I have.
Well, is 2 enough, or how many people you got in your group,
In our group,
or your family, or whatever?
2 is
How many people you want to take to
2 is
Vanderwin's?
plenty.
All
2 is
right.
plenty.
All right. And I want to thank you for being on the show. I'm going to give you one of my cards. And if you want to watch your segment, you can go to Weller Does Delmarva on Facebook or on .com and see how you did. Is that okay?
That would be wonderful. Thank
How's
you.
it been being here?
It's been very nice, very nice.
Well, thanks for coming. I
Thank
really
you so much for
am
having
honored.
me. I
And-
enjoyed it.
And we're a little out of time, but we're not out of time. Is there anything else you wanted to say or add? Or
If anyone has questions, they can always contact me. My number's actually on the face page and
Okay.
everything. We're always looking for campers. We're always looking for volunteers. If anybody's interested,
you mean like coming and helping that week?
sure.
Or
sure.
throughout the year to help organize things or
Exactly,
whatever. So,
exactly.
you know.
We have meetings on a monthly basis from February all the way through November, and then we take a break from November through February, and then we're always in preparation mode.
Okay.
Planning our schedule, making
Right.
sure we get information out to the children. We usually try to hold a pizza party in the middle, like in January, February, to
Okay.
remind the kids we're coming up, you know.
Right.
If you can join us, please do, that sort of thing.
Well, this has got to be a good, a heartwarming but yet heart-wrenching project.
It is. But once you see the faces of the kids, and the kids we've got some children who have come since they were 6, and they're getting to a point where they're aging out, if you will.
Okay.
And we have a program where they can come back as counselors in training,
That's
which
a good one.
makes
Yeah.
it good. And some of our actual staff, volunteer staff, are burn victims themselves.
Really?
Of course, they're grown now, but they are
Right.
burn victims, and they can relate very well to the children
Yeah.
and what they've gone through.
Because scars run deep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to say thank you. Okay.
Thank you so
Have
much.
a safe journey home.
Thank you, I will.
Okay. Take care.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. All right. Delaware Burn Camp. I want you to look it up on Facebook. Like their Facebook page if you would. If you would. Do I have another guest right now, or do I need to catch up on things? You know what? I need to catch up. Okay. Just 1 second. I would say if you could, I would like to talk to Jim or Linda Bosco. Are they here? Are you up for some conversation? One of the two of you or both of you. I need to say a big happy birthday, okay? I'm required by law to do this. Jeff Corman turned 60 today. Jeff Corman, happy birthday. I had no idea you were 60 years old. No, I'm just kidding with you. Jeff Corman, if you're watching or listening, I need you, if you're flying, fly over the Laurel Junction and snap me a picture if you would, okay? Make sure you can see my truck in it. But anyway, happy birthday, Jeff. I saw it was his birthday, and I wanted to make sure I said happy birthday to this young man. I want to brag on my friend Josh McNeil. This is a sponsor segment, McNeil's Paving. Oh, it's picture time again. This will be my first picture with Linda since she had her house painted. So anyway, good morning, everybody, and I want to say hello to Jeff Corman. Happy birthday, buddy. I hope you have a great day. If anybody knows Jeff Corman, give him a call. If you see him flying around, flash your headlights at him. But anyway, Josh McNeil is who I was starting to talk to. It's a sponsor segment, McNeil's Paving. I was talking to Josh yesterday, and he said, please, please, please tell people to get on the schedule. And I've mentioned his name before. If you need some blacktop work done, maybe you've got some blacktop that's got some cracks in it. You want it, you know, those cracks sealed, and then you want to get a coating on it. Or you've got a driveway that's got mud holes and you want to get a blacktop driveway, he can do that. Or if you say, I'm not ready yet, but I need some stone to fill the holes and I need my driveway graded, or you want some of that crushed concrete, or you want some of those blacktop millings, whatever you need done for your parking lot or your driveway, McNeil's Paving has the solutions, okay? His name is Josh McNeil. He's got a business that's been in business now for quite a while. I think it was his father's business, and now he's got some of his sons working with him. I think it's a third generation business. But anyway, estimates are free. Where do they work? Gosh, they work in Kent County, Sussex County, parts of Maryland, and Virginia. Estimates are free. He's licensed. He's insured. He knows what he's doing. He'll do a good job, whether it's a repair or a brand new project or seal coating, whatever you may need done. You give Josh a call. What's his phone number? 302, I forgot it, 302-945-7131, 945-7131, McNeil's Paving. Tell him Jim Weller sent you. And Josh, if you're listening, good morning to you. Now, I want to do one more sponsor segment, and then I'm going to talk with Linda, okay? So I want to talk about Wilson's auction. So Dave Wilson he is my state senator, and he's also a good friend and a hard-working individual. Anybody that knows Dave Wilson, there's one thing you can say. He's a great public servant, and he works really hard. So anyway, Wilson's auction has a lot going on. So every single Saturday on Route 113 in Lincoln, there's the auction place, Wilson's Auction, okay? Now today, which happens to be the 10th, they are having an auction at the regular facility and also over at the Red Barn. And there's also an online auction going on today also, so you can check that out at wilsonsauction.com. So if you go to wilsonsauction.com, look at the pictures or their Facebook page, you can find all these pictures there. There's a lot of stuff going to be sold today to the highest bidder on Route 113 in Lincoln. They're selling the estate of the Carlisle estate is being sold over in the red building, and then at the other building there's all kinds of things going on. So there's stuff inside, outside. Auction's going to go on all day and into the evening. And also you have an online auction to where you can buy some really neat collectible type things. So please learn all about it at their Facebook page or at wilsonsauction.com. If you have any questions, it's 302-422-3454. 422-3454, wilsonsauction.com. Stop in there and say hi. If you've never been to an auction, it's a lot of fun. You absolutely will find something that will interest you. They've got antiques, they've got collectibles, glassware, jewelry, exercise equipment, building supplies, tools, appliances, furniture, a lot of different things all day and into the evening. At the Red Barn is the Carlisle estate, and online there's more of the Carlisle estate, and then you can also go to the other building. Tuesday nights is the auto auction. So check it out today and today only at wilsonsauction.com or Wilson's Auction in Lincoln City, Delaware. Now, here she is after a week of remodeling. This is Jim Bosco's better half, Linda. It's his main squeeze. So, Linda, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Yeah.
Well,
I'm just glad the workers are out of my house until Monday.
Oh, man. Doesn't it it's invasive when you have
stuff
people.
is all over, and
Right.
I'm not used to that. I'm not used to stepping over my blinds that are on the floor
That's
and
true.
things like that. So,
Wow. So you had some painting done?
had some painting done. They did some work underneath the house because
Okay.
it's almost 20 years old, so it's tending
Okay.
to settle a little bit
Okay.
in places. And they're coming back Monday to put my flooring in.
Okay. You putting hardwood floor?
Yeah, it's bamboo. It'll match.
Bamboo?
Yeah.
Now, you know bamboo is a very invasive species. Once you plant bamboo,
okay.
it spreads. So now all your neighbors are going to have bamboo floors.
Okay, all right. No, but Guy Baynard he's the one that's been doing the work, and they're so neat. They
Are they
clean up
really?
after themselves, and he's very particular. I mean,
Okay.
they painted the one room. He came back in and he goes, "No, I don't like that spot up there, and I don't like that spot up there." And
Okay.
so
You've got me talked into doing some business with this guy.
Well, he does.
I'm gonna-
Yeah. Well, he's getting busy.
He's getting busy.
He's getting busy.
All right.
And I'm going to keep him busy in the fall too. I have a few other things.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You've dealt with him for
A while.
a
yeah.
while. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you and Jim doing today?
Getting ready to go to our son's airsoft field just to see if
Okay.
he needs help with anything.
Okay.
Because I've worked there the last 2 weeks.
You've done a good job.
I tried.
He told me you were
He
one of the best values there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because I'm cheap. I'm cheap. I tell him, you just buy me lunch, I'm happy.
Okay. And what's Jim do? Give
He-
advice on how to point?
He gives a lot of advice to both our sons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's our youngest son is in the process of moving right now.
Oh,
And,
really? From where to where?
He lives in Grayland Crest up in Wilmington. He's moving to Middletown.
Okay.
They
Man,
sold-
Middletown's a booming town.
I know. They sold their house in 3 days up there.
Darn, why did it take so long?
I know. I
3
know.
days, man.
And
Isn't
now
that
he's
amazing?
got 30 days to get into the new one.
Wow. But he's got the new one?
He's got the new one in Middletown.
Okay.
So
All right, there you go.
It's got 4 bedrooms, and with the 3 kids, they needed that.
Okay.
And
well,
so,
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll keep us busy too, I'm sure.
Right.
Going up and
Well,
helping
good.
him out.
And giving advice.
Jim's
Jim's advice. All
Yeah,
right, well,
department.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
I try to stay out of it as much as possible.
Okay. All right. Well, I did see you visited Vanderwin's recently.
Of course. Always.
All right.
And we never know. I can't wait for the one to open in Greenwood.
Right. Well, I'm going to give you. Hey, we're stopping on the radio. So for my radio audience, I need you to switch over to Weller Does Delmarva on the Facebook. All right. So I'm going to finish with Linda. Linda, I'm going to give you 2 gift cards to Vanderwin's. Is that okay?
That's great.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, they don't work for milkshakes is the only thing.
Jim knows that.
I seen him had one, though. Made me crave one.
Yeah.
So
that's all he ever gets.
is the milkshake.
Is the milkshake, and I
He's a
use
wise
the card.
man.
So.
And what do you get, an ice cream cone or a cup?
Whatever.
Whatever?
Sometimes I get a waffle cone. Last time I got a cup.
Okay. You don't
They
wanna,
were so busy
You
last
don't want to
time we
be
went.
predictable.
No, I don't want them to know what I want when I walk in.
Right. Okay.
I want to surprise them.
And it was busy, you say?
Very busy.
And
Very busy.
you're going out on 404.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only one I know that's open.
I think so.
Right
I
now.
think you're right.
Yeah.
So. All
All
right.
right. Well, thank you.
All right. Anything else?
No, I'm just tired.
I'm tired too. Okay. I'm the tired tycoon.
Okay. Thank
All right.
you.
I'll see you. Bye-bye. All right. That was Linda Bosco. And if you ever need advice or input, Jim Bosco is for hire. Is that right? That's right. So if you want an opinion on anything. So anyway, what's going on? There's a long line for that. I like to give you an opinion on anything too. So, all right. What is the next thing? I think we're going to talk to Colin Walls, and I have fallen just a little teeny bit behind. But anyway, Bruce Mears has arrived. I see him sitting waiting over in the wings, and we do have a bonus hour coming up. Yes, you heard me right. And we're going to have a lot of fun with that. I think we're going to actually maybe even have some arm wrestling, okay? Really? Yes, we'll see how it goes, which is a lot better than leg wrestling, okay? In other words, I've had to teach my grandkids how to leg wrestle, so they like it, though.
Okay.
It's quite competitive. All right, Colin, TV
staying away from
Delmarva.
that. Yes, TV
What
Delmarva.
is going on? Have you had any text messages?
I actually have had a text message.
Okay.
And, I want to say hi to Max Robichaud. He said hi to me on the Facebook stream.
Max Robichaud?
Yes, First State Crane Service.
Yes.
You ever heard of them?
I have.
They
He's
got that
those
little
big-
tiny building up there in Felton.
Right, and them great big cranes when they get going down the road. I'm thinking, man, that's a lot of rubber on the road.
That is. I drove by there the other day. They got a mess of cranes out there.
And that's only the ones that are sitting there.
And that's a nice building, too.
That's a nice building.
Yeah.
So, Max, if you're watching or listening, good
Thank
morning.
you. Yeah, good morning, and thanks for watching our Facebook stream.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
TV Delmarva, how do you watch us? Well, you can watch us on Facebook. This
There
show
you
is
go.
on Facebook.
Yep.
You can watch us there. Not all shows are on there. You know, that's
Right.
usually reserved for our live shows on
Correct.
Facebook. But we're over the air, Channel 14. Point your antenna towards Seaford. Rescan. Look for Channel
Rescan.
14, and you're going to get 14.1, 2, 3, and 4.
Boom.
Yeah.
Just
And
like
check
that.
'em out.
It'll pop up.
And you say, well, I'm up in, Smyrna, and I just can't get you over the air. If you can get us over the air in Smyrna, you're doing real good. Your
Real
antenna's
good.
really high. But
Yep.
but that's a long ways away to get us. So what you can do is you can either go to tvdelmarva.com,
Yep.
click the Watch Live Feeds button right up in the top left-hand corner. You can do this on your phone and your tablet, too,
Right.
tvdelmarva.com.
Any device.
And then all 4 of our channels will come up. They're all
Really?
streaming right there. Yeah, all 4 of them. And then the other way is if you have a Roku or an Amazon Fire Stick. So you're just going to go to your search where you would search for any other channel, Netflix or any of the others.
Okay.
And you would put in TV Delmarva. Make sure you put a space, TV space Delmarva.
Okay.
We should pop right up. Install our channel, download our channel, whatever it's called on your device, and then click on our channel once it's installed, and then you'll see all 4 streams there.
Right.
All 4 streams are only on Roku right now. We're working on the Amazon to get
Okay.
all 4, but we do have TV Delmarva, this channel,
Okay.
on all
So
4.
lots of different ways.
Yeah.
Lots of different ways to get it.
Lots and lots of different ways to get TV Delmarva, and we really appreciate our streaming viewers because there's a lot of them, and we've actually got the numbers in for this year, and they're big numbers.
Wow.
So
Well,
we're really
very
proud
good.
of it and happy.
Well, I'm excited about the whole thing. I think it's neat. So tvdelmarva.com.
Yes.
And it's the choice of champions.
Choice
So,
of champ-
choice
and
of
if you
champions.
need to, if you don't remember how to install our channel or even how to point your antenna, what to do on your
Right.
TV, just go to tvdelmarva.com. Right on our homepage, right there.
What do you got,
Just
instructions?
scroll down. Yeah, we got instructions for Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, and your antenna.
That is a great idea.
That is a great idea.
That is a great idea.
Yep. I believe that might have been Colin's idea.
Well, Colin,
I'm going to give him the credit, even
that's
if
a
it
great
wasn't.
idea.
Yeah.
To buy all of our breakfast.
Yes.
No, it was how to install or download the TV Delmarva stuff.
Putting that on the homepage. Yes.
Good job.
It was Colin's idea.
This
Yeah.
is a family
He's claiming
affair,
it
folks.
anyway.
It's Jonathan and Colin the second and Colin, and it's a family affair.
It is. Yep.
All
And,
right.
and we got some, this bonus hour of yours is going to be really good. So we've got Bruce Mears coming on after that.
Okay.
And then we're also going to have, is he coming on for the third hour?
Well, I'm not sure. I didn't mention the leg wrestling and the arm wrestling to him in advance. I was going to spring that on him when he was sitting here.
Okay.
So I could see his facial reaction.
Okay.
So.
Well, you can see his facial reaction even with his mask on.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
He'll
right.
have to put
He
that
has
on
a very
for you
cool
when he comes
mask.
on. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So we've got some interesting things to talk about. Do you have a guest? You have a guest for that, right?
Carolyn Biggs.
Yeah. Yep.
Carolyn Biggs is going to be joining us.
Stay tuned, and then stay tuned for Michael Sprouse is going to have Tony Dall, Wally from Leave It to Beaver.
At 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock here on TV Delmarva.
Okay.
All right, Jim. Thank you.
Thank you, Colin.
See you.
All right. Let's do something real quick. I think we got time to take one phone call for Vanderwin's gift cards. So if there's anybody out there right this minute, I need you to call right this minute, 422-7336. 422-7336. I need you right now if you happen to want 2 gift cards to Vanderwin's, okay? It's that simple. Don't delay, okay? You snooze, you lose. If you want them, call me right now, 422-7336. And then we're going to get back on with the show. I have fallen extremely behind here. Some people would call me a long winder. All right. We're coming back on the radio. So, Bruce, you can sit down whenever you're ready. And I got to do a couple things. All right. We're going to do our picture first. We're going to do this picture segment. All right. Do them one way and then the other way. Either way. All right. I'm trying to pose. All right. Now, here we go. All right, it's that simple, everybody, and we are taking pictures like crazy. You would think Santa Claus is here. All right, this is a sponsor segment. Hey, Larry, what was that? Oh, I got a phone call. Caller, are you there? Good morning.
Here.
Are you on the phone?
I'm on the phone.
I need you to turn your volume down.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. All right, and who are we talking to?
This is Lisa Pugliese.
Lisa, how you doing?
Doing fine. How are you doing?
I was at lunch the other day with somebody that was talking about you.
Who's that?
Oh, it's this guy named
Was it
Kevin
Sam?
Short. No, Kevin Short.
Oh, Kevin Short's my buddy. We've
Yep.
been together a long time playing piano and all that. Yes.
Yep, so I think he's going to get up with you about some project. I'm not sure. But anyway, are you calling for 2 Vanderwins?
Yes, I am.
All right, well, thank you for calling. And are you watching or listening to the show?
I'm watching you on YouTube. I think it is, or live. I don't know what it is. It's on my
Okay,
phone.
that's fine. Hey, if you got time, we wouldn't mind if at 9:30-ish you called back, and we'd like to talk about what it's like to be Sam Wilson's daughter.
Oh, Lord, are you serious?
If you feel like it. We're going to do
Yeah,
a
that's
bonus
fine.
hour. We're going to do a bonus hour, and we got a little time after 9:30. And if you don't mind calling back, if you get busy, it's okay. But we'd like to hear what it was like being Sam Wilson's daughter.
Okay.
Is that all right? Okay.
That's
Well,
cool. 9:30, right?
Yep, 9:30. And I got down Lisa Pugliese for 2 Vanderwin's gift cards.
All right. How do I get those?
You got to pick them up at Weller's in Bridgeville Tuesday through Saturday.
Got it.
Okay. All right. And you call
Thank
back
you so much.
after 9:30, okay?
I will.
Thank you, Lisa. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay, going to do a sponsor segment for Jerry's Lawn Care. Man, it's the time to be thinking about who's going to cut your grass. Where do you get some mulch? Whatever you may need, firewood, Jerry's Lawn Care's got it all. So he has mulch, no question. You can pick it up in Greenwood, or he can deliver it right to you no matter how much you need. He also has seasoned hardwood firewood. He also clears lots. He does landscaping, pavers, irrigation. Whatever you may need done, one call does it all. You give Jerry a call. He's licensed. He's insured. He'll give you a free estimate. Nice guy. Friendly, knowledgeable, knows what he's doing. He's got a good team of people. You just give him a call. I don't know everything he does, but he does. And if you need something done, you give him a call at 302-363-6025. That's 302-363-6025. All right. Now, one more person I want to brag on, and then we'll go to Bruce Mears, okay? But I have fallen behind, all right? One of them is Kevin Short, which I just mentioned. Kevin Short owns and operates Mid-South Audio. This is a sponsor segment. He's got a brand new facility in Milton. It's right where Wyoming Millworks used to be. It's right in front of where the gentleman sells all the firewood. Listen, they're open today from 10 to 2. They're open Monday through Friday from 10 to 6. And it is Mid-South Audio. And they've got all kinds of electronic things, speakers, microphones, amplifiers, anything you need for doing Zoom meetings, video type stuff. It's like a superstore right in Milton, Delaware. And unlike buying things online, you actually get to see them and touch them and talk to people that know what they're talking about. So what's it called? The Mid-South Audio, midsouthaaudio.com. Call them on the phone and just say good morning if you would. It's 302-856-6993, 856-6993. And they're also on the Facebook, okay? Now, here he is, our friend and confidant. He's also my financial advisor, is Bruce Mears. Bruce, how you doing, buddy?
Good morning, Jim. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. And I asked you to join me this morning, and I've fallen just a little bit behind, but you're here, and I'm glad you're here. And
Good
how in the world are you?
Doing outstanding, as always.
Outstanding.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Did you have any fog on the way over?
You know, interesting enough, on the east side of 113, it's sunny.
Because of the salt air.
Yeah, and the onshore wind. It was pea soup from 113 to here.
Really?
Yeah. Listening to the show early on, I heard I better leave early.
Oh, yeah, good idea,
yeah.
And did you ride your motorcycle today?
No, not today, but
Okay.
I'm going to sometime.
Okay. And what kind of motorcycle is that?
It's a Honda Fury.
Okay.
It's actually a factory chopper.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
I
pretty.
go places and people say, "Oh man, I love your Harley."
And it's a
I'm
Honda.
like, that's a Honda.
Oh, wow. So, what do you
Honda
got
guy.
going on? You're building some houses.
Building 2 awesome houses, getting ready to start a third, and designing 3 more.
Can I ask
booked
about
out for the
the
year.
one with the swimming pool in the middle of it?
The one with the swimming pool in the middle.
Is
Is that
there-
the one we visited on the bay?
Yeah, but isn't it got like a swimming pool right in the middle of it?
Yeah. That particular job, the homeowner told me we want a pool in the back on the bay, but we don't like the sun, so we want the house to overhang it.
Yeah.
Partially.
How you doing that?
When they said that, I didn't have a clue how I was doing it. But guess what? We did it.
The
you know?
pool's in?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That house, I've got 180,000 pounds sitting on 4 steel columns overhanging the pool. And those 4 steel columns sit on top of what's called piling caps, which is pilings driven, clustered together.
Okay.
With rebar and concrete on top, and then the steel sits on top of that. So,
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty complex, and that's
I
how
would say.
like it.
Were you nervous when they wanted this?
No, that's what I do.
Okay,
You
just
know,
got
if
your
you-
blood
if you
rolling.
Yeah, if you came and said, "Oh, here's a sketch of what I want," I'd be like, "I'm not your guy."
Okay, you
Come
want
challenge
creativity.
me. Yeah, we create things that have never been done before from a
Okay.
conversation.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
we never attempt to do the same house twice.
Okay. And you probably haven't.
We haven't.
But you've built a house for somebody, and then 20 years later, you're building another one for one of their children?
Jim, over Easter break, a client in Cedar, which is North Bethany called, I remodeled their house 18 years ago. Added on,
Okay.
remodeled. They come by, the house that meeting our needs, come by. And they told me what they needed to get out of the existing house. Within 15 minutes, they decided to build a new house, and it's on my fall schedule.
Get out of town.
So, you know.
What took them so long to make up their mind? 15
I don't
minutes.
know. Yeah, they were sort
Wow.
of hesitant. Yeah.
Isn't that nice, though?
It's awesome.
Wow, you
So
had a good
currently,
season.
I'm working on a house design in a community called Quillen's Point, which is, it's just east of the VFW at Cedar Neck in the
Okay.
Ocean View area.
Okay.
And this lot's rear view is dialed in exactly at the Indian River Inlet Bridge.
Really?
So they're going to have a view of the water in their backyard, their boat in the backyard, the marsh, and then the bridge. And I get the privilege of designing a house that brings that inside.
Right.
You know, when
Lots of windows.
Lots of windows, you know. But we're going to connect it not just to the view, but to the water. We're going to do the swimming pool, the 3-story spiral staircase to get to the pool no matter where you are.
Really?
Outdoor kitchen. Oh, yeah, it's going to be fun.
So it's like an emergency exit to the pool.
Yeah, or quick exit.
The staircase
or the outdoor showers or the boat.
Wow.
Or, you know, you don't have to go in through the house.
Right. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Especially if you're wet.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So.
All right. What else is going on with Bruce Mears?
Well, all kinds of stuff. So Bethany's South Coastal Library has a tour of homes every year where they feature 10 homes.
Oh, really?
And it's a fundraiser for the library. Well, due to COVID, this year it's going to be virtual. So 3 of the 10 houses on this year's tour are mine.
Oh,
so
a third
Monday,
almost.
Yeah.
Wow.
W Films will be filming the houses for the virtual tour. And I get to narrate all 3 of the houses.
Really?
Yeah. So
you're going to explain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Walk through it. We'll talk.
When is this?
The tour is the last week. It's the Wednesday and Thursday, the last week of July, Wednesday and Thursday.
So you're saying I could sit at home and tour 10 houses as a fundraiser to help the library?
Yes.
How do I learn about this? Where do I go?
I will send you information.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the name of the library?
The South Coastal Library in Bethany Beach.
Okay, so
and
I bet.
Of course, you can contact them and go on their website and get access to the tour of homes.
This is a neat idea.
Yeah.
If somebody was going to build or remodel or just wanted to see what some cool looking homes look like,
right.
You don't have to leave home to do it.
Jim, people schedule vacations or time at the beach that week just to go on the tour of homes. It's
really
pretty big.
That sounds like it.
Unfortunately, they're not going to get to see the homes in person, but
right. This may open up to a bigger audience, though.
It may, yeah, and it's all about raising money too. So hopefully, the bigger audience means more money for the library.
Are people going to see you as you narrate?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you need a Weller Does Delmarva shirt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, I don't even have any.
Unfortunately, they're going to have to see me, Jim.
Okay, all right. So what else is going on with you?
Well, just all kinds of good stuff.
Can we talk about what you're doing today?
Yeah, well.
Or is it a secret?
No, it's not a secret.
Okay.
My son's, some people would call him a stepfather. I call him a co-dad.
Okay.
Because we parent together.
Yes.
Fred Wetstein. He's a United States Air Marshal, and he also has a firearms training company called No Limit Tactical.
Really?
So, yeah, and I take Freddie's classes whenever I can, and today is a after conceal permit class where you practice, things as simple as pulling your gun out of the holster, putting it back in the holster, encountering more than one target. So this is important. You just don't want to go get a concealed permit and not train. So I'm lucky to train with the best.
And he's an air marshal.
Yeah, United States Air Marshal. Yeah, so he's trained to the max. I mean,
wow.
One time I was at the range and one of Freddie's students said, "Show us how quick you can unload a clip." He unloaded 2 clips in 10 seconds, 25 feet from the target, and the hole was no bigger than a 25-cent quarter.
No kidding.
So, it's learning from the best.
Because I guess if you had to do something on a plane, you got to be accurate at what you do.
Exactly. And let me tell you something. If anything ever happened, Freddie would take care of them.
Wow.
No doubt. You don't want to act up on the plane with Freddie on there. So.
Are you going to be able to hang around for a little bit after 9?
If you can have me on early in the hour.
Yeah, I'll do it right after 9. And then we'll do Carol after you.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah. So after the training, I'm going to cut the grass. Got a furniture delivery. And
you're cutting Freddie's grass too?
Yeah. Oh
no. You meant your grass.
Yeah, my grass.
I was
I'll
kidding
have
with
to cut
you.
Freddie's grass.
Now that I brought it up.
And then going to celebrate church family, Linda's birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So busy day.
Busy day.
Typical,
good day. Typical day,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
50 things to do today.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Jim, you normally give your guests stuff. I brought you something this morning.
Really?
Yeah. This is the official Bruce Mears coaster.
Really?
Yeah.
Wowee. Who to better build your house than the man who designed it?
That's right.
Because you will sit down and just talk to somebody and design their house and so on.
Yeah, I don't need any advertising. This is just brand recognition.
Okay.
You know, I put them
so is that you?
Yeah, I think
I'm
that's
just checking. It's
Yeah.
just a young man there.
Yeah. So I put them in the restaurants.
These
and
are neat.
They pass them,
Right.
around at their tables, and it's just brand recognition.
I'm going to make some of these with my picture on them.
Yeah, as you should.
As I should.
Well, those are free. The autographed ones are $500 each.
Really?
Yeah.
How many can I buy? Is there a limit?
Well, I could give you a discount if you're going to buy more than one.
Hey, yesterday morning you missed a little segment. Have you ever seen a $1,000 bill?
No.
Okay, a guy brought some to show us yesterday morning.
Wow.
He brought some $1,000 bills and $500 bills.
Did he let you keep it?
No, he didn't. He didn't even want to sell any, but he just wanted me. I've never seen them, so he just
Neither
brought
have
them.
I.
His father had handed them down, and he's going to hand them down to his children. So I thought that was kind of
That's
neat.
outstanding.
Yep,
Very
it
nice.
was. Well, for right this minute, can I let you go, or did you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
I'd like you to
hang
come
out.
back.
Get me back
Yep.
right after 9. if
Yep,
you
I'll
can.
get you right after 9. Watch
Okay.
your shoulder on that corner
Okay.
as you stand up.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Jim.
Bruce Mears is going to be. Am I keeping all these?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to give 2 to Tim, if that's okay. Sure. Okay. All right. So we're going to have him back. So if you want to hear more of the life and times of Bruce Mears, I want to have him back after 9. And I'm going to wrap up the last half hour of the show. So I want to really encourage people, if you're listening on the radio, we know you got a busy day planned, but we'd really like you to follow us. So, we'd like you at 9 o'clock, if you would, to, switch over to tvdelmarva.com, TV Delmarva on TV, or Weller Does Delmarva on the Facebook, okay? Because we got a lot to do. We got a lot to talk about. And we're going to hear all about the life and times of being the daughter of Sam Wilson also. So we got Bruce Mears. We got Carolyn Briggs. Colin and I are going to chit-chat a lot. And on top of that, we're going to talk to Lisa Pugliese about what it was like, what it is like being, it's not what it was like, she still is, Sam Wilson's little girl. All right, so Peninsula Chiropractic is another sponsor of the show. Denise went there yesterday and came home just bragging on Dr. T, how much he cares about his patients and what the place is like, and she needed a little extra time with him and needed some input, and he was really kind and courteous and helped her understand things and feel better about something that's going on in her hip. And I just want to tell you, if you need chiropractic care, this is like a wellness center. Dr. T, Dr. Bud, they're the 2 chiropractors that are there. From the minute you call on the phone, you can tell the staff cares. They try to get you in what works for you, and it's just a great place. So if you need chiropractic care, Dr. T, Dr. Bud know what they're doing. It's called Peninsula Chiropractic Service, right on Route 13 in Seaford. Phone number 302-629-4344, 629-4344, PeninsulaChiroCenter.com on the web. All right, so what is next? Oh, and they're on Facebook too. Carolyn Briggs is going to join us after 9. So at 9 o'clock, we take a break. We're going to stop on the radio. Then we're going to talk to Bruce Mears a little bit. We'll talk to Colin Walls first. Then we're going to talk to Bruce Mears. Then we're going to talk to Carolyn Briggs. Then Colin Walls is going to come back on. And then we're going to take a phone call from Lisa Pugliese in reference to what Sam Wilson has been like as a father. I'm sure it's all going to be good, but we're looking for some of them behind-the-scenes moments, okay? Did he ever drop an Easter egg, and things like that? Was he a very good person at hiding Easter eggs? I just experienced that last weekend. In other words, it was Easter, and we had to get really creative. And, it's really hard to hide eggs to where kids can't find them. Them kids are really go-getters. So anyway, we got a lot planned, and we want you to join us. This is a special moment, a special segment. It's the bonus hour. We're going to go from 9 to 10 this morning and for the next couple weeks, all right? So we do want you to follow us if you're part of the radio audience. For the TV audience, the Facebook, the YouTube audience, you won't notice a thing. It will be seamless, okay? All right, so anyway, let's talk real quick about my accountant. And it's time of year, everybody's thinking about their accountant, okay? Either you've gotten taxes back or you got to pay taxes. It's time to deal with your accountant. And my accountant, and this is a sponsor segment, is George Luff and Associates in Milford and Dover and Rehoboth. And people say, my goodness, I hear you talk about these people and you just seem to love them. I love dealing with George Luff and his son Tyler and Team Luff. So if you need any advice or help or input pertaining to accounting. If you want somebody to just take over that, they can do that for you. And a lot of my friends, used to do their own tax returns. And this year they said, I got this stimulus money and I maybe did some PPP stuff and I need some help. Luff & Associates can help you out. Friendly, knowledgeable, down home service. And if you own a business and you do your own payroll and you're just kind of tired of trying to keep up with all the rules and changes and new charts and graphs and all this, they help with payroll with a system called Easy Payroll. So if you need some help with your payroll, whether you got a couple people or hundreds of people, Luff & Associates can help you out, okay? 3 locations conveniently located in Dover and Milford and Rehoboth. But I'm going to give you one phone number that will get you anywhere you need to go. So give them a call, say good morning, thank them for supporting Weller Does Delmarva, and their phone number is 302-422-9699. That's 422-9699. It's luffcpas.com on the web, okay? So I think I got everything done, okay? So we do have guests lined up to come on right after the 9 o'clock hour. I've got some questions for you. And do you hear a helicopter? Or is that a plane? It's a lawnmower? Oh, trucks? Okay. All right. Can't tell. There's a lot of traffic going on out there today. I did want to ask if anybody ever wanted to join me on the show. I've got a special. For $150, you can come in and sit down and do a live interview, like a 5-minute interview. It's mainly for people that have not been on before. It's kind of like to help you get acquainted to my show and acquaint you to my audience. And people say, well, who is your audience? Well, I would say I've got a sizable audience because here's the crowd we are talking to. We're talking to, first of all, TV Delmarva, which you can get on your Roku device, Amazon Fire Stick, over the air, and at .com. So you can watch TV Delmarva there. Then on top of that, we're on Delaware 105.9, a good local talk radio station. And then on top of that, we're on YouTube. Everybody's heard of YouTube. And then we're on top of that, we're on 7 different Facebook pages. So anyway, if you would like to be on the show, I would love to have you sit down with me and talk about whatever you want to talk about, your business, your organization, or whatever. And for only $150, you can do that. And of course, the nonprofits, we don't charge those. So if you are a nonprofit and you want to get on, please get up with us. We're booking. We got time and we don't have time. So you just let us know. And the best way to reach me would be through Facebook probably, or just text me at 302-542-9157. 542-9157. If you ever want to join me or be on the show, I'd love to have you. I'm really not overly looking for advertisers, but I'm always looking for advertisers. So that's kind of where we're at. With that said, Tracy, did you have anything you wanted to say or add? Is that a yes or a no? No. Okay. So other than that, we have done a good job here today. Tracy has done a good job. Has the mat made your feet not so cold? Wow. Does anybody remember those mats that were made out of tires? Okay. We used to make them, in other words, and them things just last forever. So I see a lot of people are eating. So Bob, how you doing? So we appreciate everybody. I'm turning around and then there's people on the other side of the wall. There is a breakfast special. Let's talk about that real quick. We are here and it's called Chef Fred's Cafe. You can get anything from a turkey sub to a regular sub to you can get some pizza. You can get breakfast. You can get a little bit of everything. They have a beautiful menu here. And it will surprise you. When you come into the Laurel Junction and you order something from Chef Fred's, you're going to say, wow, this is really good, made from scratch cooking. He does a great job. So on the menu, there's salads, there's homemade soups. What else is on this menu? Sandwiches, butcher block sandwiches. Oh, look at those clubs. Hot subs, cold subs, pizza by the slice. Or you can get pizza. You can build your own, all kinds of toppings. Hand-cut fries. You know, we need to get an order of fries one morning and highlight them on the show. When you get a moment, just see what time we can order fries, okay? But anyway, and they have all different things. They have English pub fish. English pub fish. English pub fish, okay? They have jumbo popcorn shrimp. Holy mackerel, jumbo popcorn shrimp. Rotisserie chicken, that's right. rotisserie, and they look good. I don't know if you've seen them over there. They're rolling around. So anyway, it's a nice place to get a bite to eat. And I want to encourage you, if you've never been here, cheesesteaks, all kinds of things, it's right inside the Laurel Junction. And then while you're at the Laurel Junction, browse around. You can get a back scratcher for $1. Now, that's not a person that scratches your back. It's this wooden thing. I actually thought about buying a couple hundred of them, putting a Weller Does Delmarva sticker on them, and then giving them out. And Denise said, that's a lot of work. But I do it with other things. So anyway, I'm just saying we may be giving out back scratchers. So after 9, we're going to give some stuff away. We need you to follow us, okay? We may even break out the prize wheel. I don't know. We'll have to take a vote on that, but I think we might. So anyway, Bruce Mears is going to be on again. Carolyn Briggs. Colin's going to hang out with me, and we're going to chit-chat and banter and barter and so on and so forth. And Lisa Pugliese is going to call back. So with that said, good morning. Thank you for watching the show. We are just about out of time. Weller's Utility Trailers is open. Chef Fred's is open. And we're here. We'll be here next Saturday if you want to come and watch the show. We do have a studio audience that comes here. We need like an applause sign. So we hold it up when it says, anybody ever been to one of those TV shows in New York? What's her name? Paula Dean, is that who I went and seen? And somebody that does Zumba. And oh my gosh, we used to take the train into New York and go to these TV shows. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I can't even remember the people we went and saw, but we had a good time doing it. So anyway, with that said, we are about out of time. I hear the radio. Dan Gaffney is next. And the Saturday Spotlight with Dan Gaffney. And please check us out. The show's going to continue for another hour. Have a good weekend, and I'm saying goodbye to my radio audience. Goodbye. All right, now we're going to continue right on with TV Delmarva. I think Colin's going to join me, and then we're going to get Bruce Mears on, and then we're going to talk about different things. We might eat French fries before the show is over, but that might not be till 11 o'clock. I don't know for sure what time you can buy French fries or eat French fries, but since I mentioned them, guess what I'm craving? Crab cakes. But anyway, so we're here. We're continuing the show. This is our first 3-hour edition. Okay? So anyway, we are going to have numerous guests on. And I think the first one, Colin, I think he's locking the show in or something like that. He's making it so if you're watching, you can't stop watching. If you turn your TV off, it will come right back on. He's got some kind of special gizmo that makes it do that.
Yeah.
What do you think of that idea?
That's a great idea. And tune to Channel 14.
That's as good as, I forget it. Never mind.
Okay.
I had this idea, but I forgot it. So let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on.
No, I was just making sure. Since it's the first week we've done it, I programmed everything.
I knew you were doing something
to do it.
important.
Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure.
I knew you weren't mining
over.
Bitcoin over there. I knew you were doing something important.
Yeah, and our station ID came up.
Oh,
if not,
that's
I would
right.
have to say it, but it came up. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. And
okay.
That's the neat about that software. It just does everything.
Does it do it at the other hours?
Every hour, top of every hour. Yeah, top of every hour, you'll see right down at the bottom. It'll say W14DKD, Dagsboro, because that's where we're licensed to, is Dagsboro. And then it says Georgetown Seaford as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. More than
We're
I needed to know.
complying with the FCC.
The good old FCC.
Yes.
Listen,
Yep.
so
have to do that at the top of every hour.
all right. Can you talk for just a minute or
Yeah,
two?
no, I'm
and then
good.
we're gonna get Bruce on.
I'm good.
So on, and then you're gonna join me some over the next hour.
Yeah. I got a couple things we'll talk about too.
And
yeah, so
maybe take some more phone calls.
Yeah, I got
We'll
like
see.
a Dell dot issue we need
Oh,
to
a
talk
Dell dot
about.
issue.
Maybe we can
Okay.
get some advice from people.
Oh, the legal. Yes, all the experts out there. Where's Jim
legal
Bosco?
beagles.
When I think of an expert, guess who I think of? Jim Bosco.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got Dell dot. We got. I got some pictures of those the $1,000 bill. I didn't get any of the 500.
Oh, I got some too.
But I got.
Okay.
We'll be able to
I got
put them
one
up
of the
on
500 then.
Okay. Well, maybe you can email
I
it
don't
to
know how
us.
we do that. Okay. Let me try
But
to do
anyway,
that.
and we'll get a picture of it up at catchitlivedE@gmail.com.
What's in the other iPad?
This will be interesting TV, watching Jim trying to email.
It's not even in that iPad. Tracy's got the iPad that I need. Okay.
So anyway, lots of things we're going to be talking about. I got an old picture too. Did you see that picture I posted on Facebook?
Was that your uncle?
My great uncle. I never met him.
Great uncle.
He was killed in World War II, the Battle of the Bulge. So he's in Henry Chapelle, I think is what it's called in France.
Really?
That's where he was buried. Yeah, we do have a headstone. Yeah, there he is right there. He was, I think he was 20 years old.
Now, he reminds me a little bit of your father.
Yep, and my grandfather.
But can you bring it back up one more time?
Yeah.
There's something in this picture that I really admire. Look at that head of hair.
Yeah. Yeah. See where I get it from?
Yeah. Because Colin wears a hat and everybody thinks he's bald.
Right. No, I got lots
but
of
he's
hair.
got a
I did
head
just
of
get
hair.
a haircut. I did just get a haircut.
I mentioned that to somebody, didn't I? Say, got to get a picture of Colin. He's sporting a new hairdo.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So
All
anyway,
right.
yeah, we could talk a little bit about that, and a customer dropped that off.
Isn't that nice?
That is. It's real nice.
I mean, a customer just stops into your business.
Yeah,
and gives you a picture of your
great uncle.
Great uncle
that I never met. Yeah. Yep.
Isn't that something?
Yep. So
what
it's
a
got
world
some
we
stuff
live
written
in,
on
though.
the back.
What a nice gesture. All right, what did you say?
It's got some stuff written on the back as well. So,
Okay.
So it was her father was a good friend of him and my
Okay.
grandfather as well. So
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So
Wow.
Yeah, we've got a couple things we can talk about, and
Okay.
just to take us into the 10 o'clock hour, to the 10 o'clock hour.
This is our bonus hour.
Bonus, yes, bonus
hour, not promised or guaranteed in the future, but for today, you've got us.
Got us.
For better or worse, you've got us. I want to give some stuff away. I don't know if we should get the prize wheel out or not, but we've got some ideas, and but we'll see how it goes. Every time I think I got lots of time, I don't end up with lots of time.
Right. You seem to know how to suck time up. You notice that?
I do. I do. It's amazing. I'm like a time sponge. I can suck time up.
No, but you do a good job, so all is good. But anyway, yeah, so released on this week, probably next week too, right? Didn't we say for the next 4 weeks?
Well,
for sure?
4 weeks is even better.
Okay.
Okay, I like 4 weeks. That takes us into May.
Okay, yes. So
I got somebody I'd love to get on in the May one.
In the May one?
Right, something big that's happening in the Milford area that I'd love to talk about in May over April, but either way.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to get out of here.
Okay, we're going to let Bruce
is
on.
ready to go. Yeah,
Watch
he's
your
ready.
shoulder. Don't bump yourself there on that corner. All right. Tracy, if you could thumb through my pictures and email to wherever the picture of the $500 bill. No, the 500. The 500. If you could, please. Okay. All right. Say that aren't available till 11. Colin, you want to stay on the air till 11 so we can order some French fries and eat them? Bruce, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good. Can I talk
All right.
about Dry Zone a minute?
Yeah, talk about Dry Zone.
Okay, so until 2003, we weren't allowed to do conditioned crawl spaces by code.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Until we
Okay.
adopted the International Building Code. So I have clients I build for that'll call me up, after hearing all these mold concerns.
Correct.
And say, who do you use? Well, of course, from the Weller Does Delmarva network, I refer them to Dry Zone. I've also had clients call up and say, we got 2 or 3 quotes to get our crawl space conditioned, and
Who do you
we're
deal
not
with?
comfortable.
Right.
And I say, you just need to call Dry Zone. And I always get the call back about how happy the folks are with Dry
Right.
Zone.
Have you met the Dry Zone people?
No, I
Bill
haven't.
and Heather
No.
Anderson, young couple. They're very passionate about, you're passionate about what you do. I love what I do. These two, they are trained. They're connected to a worldwide network, to be honest with you. And they are constantly trained. And the products they use are only designed for what they do.
They do a great
So they're not
job.
down at the big box store just buying this to
Right,
work with that.
exactly.
They're getting things. The pumps they use, like sump pumps, they're made in America. You can rebuild them. You can get parts for them. Just every bit about. Someday I ought to introduce you to them and
That'd
maybe
be
show
nice.
you their place. But
Well, you quite often on your show talk about how your advertisers are people you know and you've used
Right.
and you trust, and this is just another example
Example.
of it because
Yep.
I found out about Dry Zone
From
your
me.
show.
Wow.
And this isn't the first Weller Does Delmarva sponsor I've
Right,
done a
used
little
her.
business with. So
Well, good.
it's a wonderful thing you have here.
Yep, it really is. This started out as kind of like can we even do it? Can Jim Weller talk an hour? Is how it started. And then we're like,
No doubt.
Gosh, Jim Weller can't even talk and get it all done in an hour. Now he needs 2 hours.
Now he's up
And
to
now
3
Colin's
and
like,
talking
gosh,
about
now it's
11.
3 hours and he wants to stay till 11 to get French fries. So
my.
anyway, so Bruce, we appreciate you joining us. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Anything at church or?
Well, yeah, the church is exciting as always. We just did get our certificate of occupancy for our Hope Center.
Okay.
Of course, it's a slow startup because of COVID
Right.
regulations, but by fall we're going to be having after-school programs for the kids, after-school learning, meals for the kids.
Okay.
You know, so as
Good job.
every time I've been on the show, I've told you it's not just a building for our church. It's
Right.
a community building.
And what's the name of the church again?
Mariners Bethel, United
Mariners Bethel.
Methodist Church, right
You've been there ever since you was a youngin'.
Yeah, since 1965, but I told you I missed a few Sundays.
Right. He took some
a few
Sundays
months.
off. Right.
Few years.
A sabbatical.
But I always
But
came
they
back.
kept praying for you.
They did.
Yep.
They did, and they still do.
Yeah.
Shoo. Yeah, so
good thing.
that's very exciting. You went and saw 2 houses with me?
Yes.
With Tim?
Yeah,
our
it was
friend Tim.
wonderful.
The one we saw with the great big opening for the door.
Right.
We just installed that last week, and it's outstanding. I can't post pictures of it yet because my homeowner is a Facebook follower, and I
Okay.
don't want them. I want them to
Right.
get the
full-blown
surprise
when they're
they
there.
see these huge multi-slide doors.
Wow.
The last time they came down, you know, once again, it's created from conversation, and the lady of the house explained to me, you know, the functionality and the things she expected from the home and the views and the
Right.
decks, and she walked in and came up on that top floor of the living
Right.
level, and was walking through. I was out front on the deck. She came running and just leaped. Arms
Really?
around me, legs around me. You're awesome. I love you.
Wow.
You know, because people, you know, even though I demonstrated on the computer and on paper,
Seeing
until
it.
you see it,
Right.
you know, you don't get the impact.
Every time I go
So-
look at these houses, I'm like, your vision is really good.
Thank
Your
you.
vision. Because you sit down, they don't bring you a blueprint. You
Right.
don't want them to bring you a blueprint.
Right.
You design the house based on a conversation with these people.
Exactly. I get 3 or 4 contacts a week, somebody wanting to give me a plan to build, and I'm like,
That's not you,
no,
Right.
that's not what I do. There's, you know, the creative end.
is what you want.
Yeah, and as I mentioned before, I meet people. We create something from a conversation. We enjoy building it. That's unheard of in the building world.
Right. Most people just want to get it done.
Yeah, and they end up hating their builders. They get a bunch of change orders.
They're
and
all
it's not
mad and
usually
everything.
A good
Right.
process. By the end of the project, I've got a whole new group of friends.
Right.
I'm invited over for happy hour and parties, and I get to watch them and their family enjoy their house
Right.
the rest of their lives. And
Right.
luckily, most of my clients never sell their houses.
Yep.
We
Isn't that
call it
something?
the permanent house,
Permanent the house. The forever home.
the forever house. Yeah.
Now, do you happen to have an interest in a nice little kitty cat?
No, sir. I have one.
Do you want to think a little longer about
Yeah,
that?
I have one very nice big kitty cat named Kitty Witty.
Okay.
And a dog, a boxer named Reagan, and that's about all I need
That's
right
it.
now,
All
Jim.
right. Well, we've got another
Yeah.
cat.
I saw.
You should have seen Denise out along the road catching this cat. In other words, you know.
I saw pictures on your
she
Facebook.
did good.
She did it, didn't
Yeah.
she?
Well, I didn't know it was there. I was coming here. No, it was a Friday morning. And I said at 5:30 in the morning, I was coming here. And I saw this cat just sitting along the road eating trash out of a bag. Or eating whatever was in the bag. Anyway, and I told Denise when I got home, she said, "Oh, I've been watching that cat for weeks." She said, "It's starving to death down there." And so she got her trap out and she set it in the thing. And then we went down there and it didn't go in the trap. So she's on her hands and knees trying to lure it over. Man, it is one of the friendliest cats, you know,
Nice.
and it's all skinny because somebody dropped it off.
That's
And
awful.
so we don't need any more drop-offs, but it is one affectionate. But we've got 4 cats now, so it's a male. So we're having something done to it before we get rid of it. That's the only process of giving these animal ways that I hate. We get it, then we get the vet to do all these things, and then $500 or $600 later, we're getting rid of the cat. You know, and but Denise likes them in. It's
Yeah.
like your car. She likes them in tip-top shape before she gives them away.
Well, that's
so
outstanding.
anyway,
Denise
yeah.
has a big heart.
Huh? No, not yet anyway. Okay, we're working on it. So anyway, I actually think this cat's going to end up at where my office is. I work with a lady named Jackie. I said, "Do you mind a cat being around here?" And she says, "No, I don't mind at all." I said, "Well, we just may end up one here. I don't know. So we'll see." But you don't want it, is what you're saying?
No, thank you. Not today, Jim.
Okay. All right.
Maybe down the road.
Down the road.
20
All
or
right. Well,
30
you look
years.
down the road from your house, and it may be there one day.
And the niece
You
will
said
be
it
right
first,
there with
down
it.
the road.
Right, right.
Yep. All right. Is there anything else you wanted to add or say or whatever?
Oh, I think that about wraps it up, Jim.
All right. I've enjoyed you being on. I appreciate your friendship.
I appreciate
and
it.
I think I've had a good time.
I appreciate your friendship, and I appreciate the opportunity to come on.
Well, good.
This show is just
very unique.
Yeah, and the name Delmarva, it's pure Delmarva.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
it's
We had
it's
a lady on from
outstanding.
Smyrna.
I know.
Delaware Burn Camp. I never even knew it existed.
I know. I heard her on
know,
the
I felt-
radio on the way in. What a wonderful operation.
Yep, I agree.
So, outstanding stuff.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave you.
All right, my friend.
Okay. Take
Always
care.
a
God
pleasure.
bless you.
See you soon.
Have a safe weekend. All right. Next guest is going to be Carolyn Biggs. Okay. And I think I've actually had Carolyn on this show before, but I can't swear to it. So, do you guys have anything else you need to talk about? Is there any wit and wisdom? Just checking. Is this Carolyn?
It is.
How you doing?
Good. I'm doing well.
Oh, we have to pose for a picture. You got to look that way first. Just for the heck of it, we're taking pictures. You know how you go in the post office and there's these pictures of the most wanted people? So, anyway. Have you been on before?
I was here before.
About shoe boxes?
Yes, with shoe boxes.
See, I
Yes.
thought I remembered that.
So
By
this
golly.
time we've got a little bit different giveaway going on.
Okay, what have you got going on?
So Gateway Fellowship has been giving away clothing from the church basement for about 12 years.
How full is this basement?
The
It's
basement-
constant donations.
Yes, it's constant donations
I was kidding
and
with you
constant
there.
bags of clothing going
Right.
out. But right now, our ratio of donations is has
Greater?
risen, and we're not having enough foot traffic in the basement. And
Okay.
I've been praying about this, or we've been praying about this for a season, asking God for creativity to help us know how to give away clothing and
Okay.
steward what we're being given a little bit more faithfully.
Okay.
Not that we're not being faithful. We are serving 30 to 40 families a month from the church basement.
Really?
Yes.
This
and
is
it's
the
been
church
such a
you
blessing.
attend, evidently.
Yes.
Okay. And it's
Yes.
Gateway
Fellowship
and
in
it's
Bridgeville.
on right. Is that called 404? It's on
No, it's on Route 18.
Route 18.
Cannon
okay.
Road.
Okay, the Cannon Road. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so you've got a basement full of clothing
So
that
we've got
people
a
have donated.
basement full of clothing that people all over Sussex County have donated. And about a year and a half ago, God gave me a picture of a watermelon bus. And I thought, a watermelon bus? Oh my goodness, a clothing bus. And
That is a neat idea.
Yeah, so I contacted a man who leases buses. He's a Christian man, and he said, I have just what you need. It's a 2004 reliable, my favorite bus. It's handicap accessible, so you would be able to use the lift
Right,
to
if a
load
person-
clothing.
right.
And if we had a person who was on a wheelchair, because right now we're working out of the basement and we're not handicap accessible.
Okay.
The space is set up like a little thrift shop, men's, women's, boys, girls, blankets.
So people already come
So
to your
people
church
already come
basement
to the
regularly.
church, yes.
About 30 families, you said?
Yes, 30 to 40. We topped out at 60 families in
Oh, my
2018 for a few months in a row. And I looked at my husband and I said, I don't know if we'll have enough clothing. But God continues to surprise us with his extravagance.
So people donate clothing on a regular basis,
Yes,
it sounds like.
on a very regular basis.
And then you sort it
clothing
all
shows
out
up.
and everything?
Yes. Yes.
So what are you going to do with this bus?
So the bus, we're going to put a rod on the one side for hanging clothing and a shelf on the other for clothing and totes, and take it to locations where we can give it away.
Like the bookmobile,
Exactly.
the clothmobile.
Yeah. So last summer we did outreaches at Walker's Mill, at the VFW in Greenwood, and in Seaford at Love Inc.
This is a wonderful idea.
And those outreaches were highly successful, but loading totes of clothing into a utility trailer and taking it somewhere is very exhausting.
And unloading it when you're done.
Unloading it, yes. Right. Yeah, the killer really was unloading it when we were done because we were already exhausted, and then we still had to put everything away.
So will you leave it right in the bus when you're done?
So we will leave it right in the bus.
Wonderful.
And actually, the things that I know are extra as clothing comes in from being sorted, I'll just leave in the bus. We won't have to carry it downstairs. So some of the extra clothing can just stay in the bus
all the time,
and we can work from that.
Wow.
So I'm really excited about what God has for us. Yeah, it's been such a blessing. I've met the nicest people as we've served the community. I have an amazing team of volunteers, some that attend our church and some that do not.
Okay.
And we have time to pray with people. Every piece of clothing is a reminder that they're not forgotten, that God knows their size, that God knows their need, and we're just so blessed to partner with God to bring hope to the people in our community.
Wow, that was good. God knows their size.
God knows our size. I'm so reminded of that again and again when people come in and they find work shoes just the right size. They find clothes for their kids.
What a simplistic confirmation.
Yes, it really is.
When somebody comes in and you've got just the right size shoes. I never even thought of it that way.
It's amazing. It continues to amaze and bless me as much as it blesses the people.
So you've got the bus already?
No, so we are working. So
raising money, or?
So we're raising money for the bus, so that's why I'm here today. The bus is $3,500.
$3,500. Sounds very fair.
Sounds very fair. Yes. It's a reliable, loved bus. It has many more years of service.
Right.
And
then you got to tag it and insure it.
So it'll be tags and insurance.
Maintained.
We've got to gut it, take the seats out.
Right, take the seats out. What are you going to do with them seats?
I'm hoping to find somebody who has a new use for them. I've been on Pinterest looking at really cool ideas.
What to do with the bus seat?
They're used for cafe seats. But a 2004 seat might not be as comfortable as a newer one.
Yeah,
so
but
I'm
you
not
never
sure
know.
how that looks.
I would check with that Amity Coffee, whatever that place is downtown Greenwood.
Yeah. So we've started a GoFundMe page for the bus fundraising. It's GoFundMe Gateway Clothing Connection Bus.
Okay.
So I would love if there are people out there who might want to make a donation to help us with that.
So $10, $100, whatever your heart's desire is. So they would just go to GoFundMe.
GoFundMe Gateway Clothing Connection Bus.
Gateway Clothing Connection Bus. And just make a donation, small or big, whatever you want to do.
That's correct. And if anyone has more questions, they're welcome to visit our Facebook, Gateway Clothing Connection, and message me there. Or contact me by phone, and we can chat or set up a time to sit down.
What's your phone?
Or set up a time for them to see, they can come out to the clothing closet and see us when we're open.
I got a great idea, but give your phone number.
So the phone number for the Clothing Connection is 302-956-9568.
956-9568.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right. And just give a call, leave a message, talk to somebody, whether they want to donate things, whether they want to make a donation. They could even make a donation directly.
So one of the things that we struggle with is the ratio of children's to adult clothing. We tend to have a lot more women's clothing than we do children's clothing. So God knows about that ratio, and if what we have is primarily women's adult clothing, we'll take it to low-income senior housing where the majority of residents are women.
Yeah.
God blessed me with that idea, but because of COVID, we weren't able to be in that neighborhood yet. But the bus will make that much easier.
Oh my gosh!
And the handicap accessibility will make it so that most of the residents there can shop.
Yes.
Easily.
This is a wonderful idea.
So, well, I feel that God has blessed us with the ideas
absolutely.
and given
And
us
the bus.
pictures and the bus, the connection to have the bus. So the other thing that you can do for us is tell your friends about us.
Spread the word.
Gateway Clothing Connection. Follow us on Facebook, and I post there the dates that we're open. We're always open the second Thursday and the fourth Saturday, except during Christmas.
Okay.
Second Thursday, we're open in the afternoon from 1 to 4. Fourth Saturday, we're open from 10 to 2.
Okay.
Fifth Saturday trips people up. In May, we have 5 Saturdays. So, they're thinking about it at the end of the month.
Right.
It works out perfectly for May because of Memorial Day.
Right.
We're closed generally on Memorial Day weekend. But this year we have 5 Saturdays, so we're open 4th Saturday in May.
Excellent.
4th Saturday in April. I would love to have anyone interested in making donations come visit us. And I could make an appointment to see them on a Wednesday before services or Sunday before services as well, or on our usual Thursday or Saturday.
Okay.
So we'll need ongoing donations for the
Never ends.
insurance.
Right. Well, I got
But
an
that's
idea.
That's like, $1,900 a month.
A year.
A year, I'm sorry.
That's okay. $1,900 a
I
month. I
figured
was
out
going to
how-
recommend an insurance agent.
I figured out how much that is a month, and I've forgotten what that number
Well,
is.
it's
but
about
I'm sure that
$180,
God-
$190 a month.
Yeah.
$200 a month would be $2,400.
Right. Yeah.
So.
So it's a little less than that.
Right. So it's an
And-
ongoing. There's going to be oil changes and tires and
Yes. Yes.
maintenance and tags. Well, listen, I got an idea, but I'll
I'm
let you
sorry.
finish first because we are kind of out of time.
I'm sorry.
But go ahead.
So first of all, donations toward the bus. Second of all, more foot traffic. Really, more foot traffic.
Okay.
Would be amazing for us. And in terms of clothing donations, men's jeans are in high demand,
Okay.
and children's coats are in high demand.
Okay.
Boys' clothing 8 to 18. Somehow, boys that age wear their clothing out, and
They
we
do.
don't
Rip
end
it,
up.
tear it.
Yeah,
Right.
we don't end up with our ratio there is a little low.
Right.
So
I could
but-
see girls probably not going through clothing as much as
And
boys.
I think that,
That was a terrible thing to say.
girls accumulate more clothing.
Oh, that's right.
They're
Right.
more
Right.
interested in
Well, girls
the
like change. They like
shopping
new
and-
things
yeah,
where boys
and not
are just
that boys don't, but
right.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Are we
so,
done?
We are done, and thank you so much
Well, I
for
got
your
an
time.
idea I want to give you.
Okay.
I've been waiting patiently to not take over the
Sorry.
conversation. I think you should ponder this thought.
Okay.
Ponder, you know what a wrap is? You know how you wrap a vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Ponder selling ads on this bus.
Oh my goodness.
And let's say you sold an ad for $500 and you just said it'll be on there for 5 years. And you sell 20 ads at $500. That sounds like $10,000.
Wow.
And you might spend $2,000 or $3,000 having the bus wrapped. That might be a fundraising idea you might want to ponder. Just ponder it. Okay?
That is a thought to ponder for sure. And I have pondered, if there's someone that makes a business donation and
Yep.
wants their name somewhere on the bus,
Yep.
we're definitely open to that possibility as
Well,
well.
this way you could open it up to a lot of people.
Yes.
Because with
Yes.
a wrap, they can put it all over. So I just thought I'd mention that. Because you can
Okay.
even wrap over the windows if you want.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that looks. If
Right.
The amount of sunlight coming in will
Oh, right, no,
fade
keep the windows,
clothing,
yeah. Oh,
but we
yeah.
also do need the sunlight.
But you know what you can do with
To
the
light the
windows?
bus.
Have them tinted.
Well, I need to figure that out. So
Right. All right. You got it,
there's-
man. You're on
There's
it.
some things that we'll figure out as we go. But right
Correct.
now, we're looking to raise money for the bus.
All right. Is he holding the
And
bus for you?
He is holding the bus.
Is
for
his
us,
name
yes.
Bob?
His name is Bob.
All right. I
yes.
won't say any more. I
Yes.
guess my mind went right
Yep.
to Bob Copenhaver.
Yep,
So
yep.
I don't know if it's him or not, but
It is him, yes.
But when you
And
said a
we're
nice
very
guy,
blessed.
good Christian
Yes,
guy,
yes.
cares, got a bus, Bob Copenhaver.
Yes.
That's where my mind went. So anyway, isn't that
Thank
amazing?
you so much. It's
Thanks
been
a
great
lot.
to chat with you this morning.
Okay, now you did a good job.
Thank you.
Okay, you're going to be on again sometime, right?
Yes, end of May, so I'll have an update for
Do
you.
you eat ice cream?
Of course I eat ice cream.
Well, I don't want to offend you by presuming you do. How many people in your family?
So there's 4 of us.
So if I gave you 4 gift cards, would you use them?
Yes, we would use them.
You know where Vanderwin's is?
Absolutely. We live within walking distance from Vanderwin.
When are they going to open, that one?
So the Greenwood one usually opens close to
Memorial Day?
the beginning of May or Memorial Day.
You have a cabinet shop?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, we're just beyond Vanderwin's outside of Greenwood.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so
Okay.
much.
Nice talking to
Have
you.
a great day.
All right. See you. Bye-bye. There she goes. Wasn't that kind of neat? What a neat idea. And the fact that it had the handicap lift and everything. Bob Copenhaver, if you're listening, good job. It wasn't his idea. He just had the bus. But how God fills all them little voids. We need a bus. We got the idea. We got donations. We need this. It's wonderful. Colin, are you ready for me, or what are your plans? This is where Colin and Jim are going to get together here. And is there anybody else we should talk to? I'm not sure. I think we're good unless you have any other thoughts here.
Well, that's
Okay.
good.
So Colin Walls
Yes.
is going head to head with Dell Dot.
No, I'm not going. I got a letter in the mail.
I know. It's exciting.
It was an engineering
Multi-million-dollar offer.
Yeah, right. Engineering firm sent me a letter in the mail,
Okay.
and they're acting on behalf of Del Dot in some
Yep.
way. But there was a letter from Del Dot in there saying they want so much of my property where my shop is.
Right.
And they're putting in like a bike lane.
Oh, yeah. And bike
And
lanes.
they're, like a walking path of some
Yep.
sort. That's going on the north side, not on my side, but they're changing up my side as well.
Mm-hmm.
And in this letter, they kind of explain what's going on, and they asked if I would donate the land.
Sure. Yep, that's what the government does. We would like you to pay taxes. And by the way, would you
We're
donate
giving you
it?
this opportunity
Yeah.
to
Now-
also donate your land.
And I'm going to bet you money the engineering firm that reached out to you is not donating their time.
Probably not, yeah. Probably
You get
not.
what I mean?
Right.
But anyway, let's have a cheerful heart here today.
So,
All right.
So the first thing I did is try to call my state representative, and he didn't answer.
Okay.
So then I called not my senator, but my favorite senator,
That guy.
Brian Pettyjohn, and he answered the phone, of course, and then he scheduled to get work done on his truck.
Well, because he thought that was a requirement of having a conversation. Brian Pettyjohn, I want to say this. We all have politicians and we talk to them all the time. But, when you need them, you need them. But Brian Pettyjohn is a very responsive public servant.
He is.
He helps people that ain't even in his realm. You know.
And he does. He's helped me before. And, sometimes you need to talk to people in a politician
All the
somebody
time.
that's in Dover and they know the people, and I gave him the name of the guy that was on the letter. He said, I don't recognize that name, but hang on one second. He said, let me look in the directory.
Right.
He said, here's a directory. I said, well, he doesn't even have his phone number on this. He doesn't really want to talk to me.
Maybe he
didn't
is
even
a
put his
volunteer.
phone number on the
Or
on the
maybe he doesn't want to
letter.
be chewed out with the
Well,
question.
this was a
is.
Del Dot guy.
Yeah.
So anyway, but Brian gave me some recommendations, but I don't know if anybody out there has had this experience.
So we're asking you, the
Advice.
listening audience.
Yes.
Advice.
Yeah. So I guess
Are we going
should
to take
give-
phone calls?
Yeah, we should take a phone
Put
call.
the phone call on the screen.
What's the number, Jim?
422-7336. If you have experienced, have a little bit of insight, we're not trying to be mean. We appreciate Del Dot. We
Oh, not at
appreciate
all. Yeah.
everybody. Colin just doesn't know what to do. In
But
other
I mean,
words,
but I did have to buy that land.
at some point, and you've probably been paying taxes on it.
I've been paying taxes on it. Yes.
You've probably
Yep.
had to buy insurance to make sure
Yeah.
you're properly insured.
Yep.
And now you're being asked, are you at a season in life that you can just afford to give away and your road frontage
to the government?
To the government, who has more than enough money to buy anything they want. They have so much money they just give it away.
But if they don't have enough money, they just take it.
Or they can raise their taxes.
Well, that's called taking.
Taking it, right.
Yeah. Yeah. Now
All
they
right.
can't just take my property without paying me.
They're
for it.
asking. They're asking.
Right, but they're asking
Before
to-
they
to
condemn
give
it, they're
So-
asking.
So yeah, if you have any experience with this, with Del
We
Dot,
need
so
input. This
we
is
need
where
a
you
phone
come in.
call, right? Yeah,
Right.
or if you just, even if you don't have experience, or you just have some
A suggestion.
ideas or suggestions. Yeah.
422-7336. This is where. Oh, does Tracy have an idea? For
Have an
real?
idea? Okay.
Grab a mic.
Blue mic.
You want her to call in instead, so it looks.
Yeah, call in.
Okay.
Call in?
No.
No, but I knew
Okay.
someone who worked at Del Dot.
Okay.
And that's what they do. And so they want you to be
Property acquisitions?
Yeah, and
Okay.
so what they can do is if you choose not to donate, maybe then later on they'll come and choose to pay you. But they're always going to ask for a citizen to donate.
So that's kind of standard first request.
Yeah, it's kind of
Okay.
like a first request, and it depends on the zoning of things. So obviously
Right.
your property's within that zone of where they need to change.
Okay.
And so that's what they're doing. So it depends on what,
So-
the plans of it. And so it could come down where, okay.
Here's what bothers me is about it is they want to
Be
buy
open,
they
Colin,
want
be
they want
open.
this piece of land, but then from that they add the right of way on to that.
Oh, even further into your
Right,
parking
further
lot.
into my parking lot and my property. That's the biggest part. Now I know they can just do it, and that's just it. You know,
Right.
I have to accept
Right.
it, and they will pay me for it. But I want somebody to come out. So they sent me a paper. I want somebody to come out and just show me. Say, look, walk with me. It's
Okay.
going to be from here to here because I can see
Right.
it on a like survey that they've done.
Right.
But it doesn't.
Now here's one negotiation. Did the phone ring?
Oh yeah, we have a caller. Let's go to the caller.
How'd you know that? What'd
Thank
you
you,
see
Tracy.
over there, Colin?
Oh, we lost
okay,
them that
we
fast.
lost them. Sorry about that.
Okay, well, call back, please.
Call
Yeah,
back,
We are
please.
interested in hearing that. Sorry, but go ahead. What were you going to say?
Okay. Now, in the event, it was me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is me trying to squeeze every little thing out of every little deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't think I would be who I was created to be if I didn't do it. I would like it to be called the Walls Walkway. Okay, I'd want a little
Right.
sign up there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, in my case, it would be the Weller.com walkway.
Right. Weller Sheds and Utility Trailers.com. We do have a caller.
All right, caller, are you there?
You do have a caller. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Colin. It's a familiar voice.
Pat Campbell White.
Pat Campbell, how are you?
Yes. And I have to tell you, over the last 47 years as a real estate licensee,
Yes.
I've had the pleasure of working with many homeowners who have approached me with questions about what do I do now.
Okay.
The state has a very good program. They'll send the people out. They, needless to say, will start off asking you if you want to be a good citizen, donate it. But they will send representatives out to show you exactly what they're talking about. They do have appraisers who come in and create a valuation of your property at their expense.
Okay.
They pay all the costs of the surveys, and they give you a value of what they believe it is worth, and then you I don't know if you negotiate it, but they can only pay you what the appraiser says there is a value. But it's a process that you start, and then you know what they're going to say your land is worth. But you're right. You want to know not only what is their physical taking part, but then what right-of-way is going to exist after that. Are you talking about your property in Milford?
Yes,
Where
yeah,
the
that's where I'm
south is?
talking about. Yep.
Yeah, I know that well.
Yeah.
Was a customer there 40-some years ago.
Yep.
So, yeah, but it's a good process, and it's worth initiating the discussion with them to find out what their needs are, and they intend to fully answer all of your questions.
Okay. So
Now-
they're not going to strong arm me into giving that to them, donating it.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
They can't.
Okay.
They cannot. You cannot be. There's a constitution out there which they haven't completely shredded yet that says you can't be deprived of your property without just compensation.
Right. But whose just compensation is defined in that?
Based on what the appraiser comes up with.
And it's not an appraiser that, I mean, I know Del Dot will be paying them, but they tend to be fair.
They have to be.
Okay.
They have an appraisal license to do what they do.
So they have a code of
to
ethics that
stand
they
up-
follow.
It has to stand up to the scrutiny. Absolutely.
Okay.
What are
Well,
the
that's good to know.
chances you can negotiate while they're doing all the work that they repave Colin's parking lot?
I was thinking the same thing.
Don't stretch it too far, but they do know how to negotiate.
Okay.
They're
well,
not
because they're going to be
leave-
there doing the
they're
work.
not going to leave your property looking horrible. They intend to make you whole to the extent that the law allows them to do that.
Okay. We have another question.
Okay.
What are you doing today?
What am I doing today?
What's Pat Campbell
Actually,
White doing today?
I am going out and meeting with a client who just received compensation from a Dell dot taking.
And wants to buy a trailer store in Bridgeville.
Funny you should mention that.
Wow.
That is exactly what I'm doing today. I'm meeting with that client to help them finalize some parts of a transaction. Yes.
Could it be negotiated that Colin doesn't have to pay state taxes on that income?
That he would have to talk to his accountant about.
I got you.
To stick my neck in that noose.
Oh, come on. All right.
Well, Pat, thank you for the advice, and it's good to hear from you because you do have experience with this, obviously.
And she's a wise woman.
Yeah, and she's a wise lady.
She's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Are you watching on TV or Facebook or radio or what?
I listened from the minute you came on until close to 9 o'clock when I finally crawled out from under the covers.
Okay.
And now I have you flipped on the iPad.
Okay.
All right. Great.
Thank you, Pat, for your
Alrighty.
support and friendship. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
So that's how the telephone calls work.
That's how they work. Yeah.
You dial. That was
That's
nice,
how a
wasn't it? Now
telephone
there's a
works.
professional.
Yes.
Pat's a realtor, very knowledgeable,
is.
kind of in
And-
the know, and so on. Now one of these is going to be Lisa
Oh,
at some
okay.
point.
All right.
Lisa, caller, are you there?
Yes.
And who am I talking to?
Oh, this is Carrie Collins.
Oh, Terry, how you doing?
Oh, is this Jim?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. I kind of wanted to piggyback off of what the other realtor said,
Okay, go ahead.
but that's okay. So, if this was ever going to happen in a certain time, you're actually blessed that it would happen now because fair market value is really good.
Good point.
But something to consider also, if you feel like it's not fair market value, you could possibly at your expense decide whether you want to get an appraisal yourself. But that's if you feel like it's not fair market value,
Right,
But if
so-
it's going to happen at any time, this is
Right, because real estate is so high right now.
Yes.
If they're going to give you fair market value, it's higher than it's probably been in a long time.
Right. Appraise it right now.
Right, appraise it right now. Yeah, soon. All right, well, that's
This would be a good time for them to want that property.
right.
Yeah.
I
Well, I'd
gotcha.
make them a good deal on all of it.
I mean, I don't know if that makes the frustration of, hey, somebody wants my property, but that would ease the frustration a little because they're asking at a good time.
Right.
So, okay, you guys, blessings to you.
Yep. Take care, Terry.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Terry. Take care.
Yep.
You're
That's another realtor, and that's a good
And,
point.
and I couldn't hear all of what she said.
Okay.
What was it?
She just basically said that if there was ever a time, since the real estate values are so high,
Now's
and
the
they
time.
have to get an appraisal. And she also added, if you don't like their appraisal, you have the right at your expense to get a second opinion appraisal.
Okay.
Appraisal. But everybody I know of that has dealt with Dell Dot, in other words, has felt Dell Dot dealt fairly. In other words, because Dell Dot's not going to waste Dell Dot's money, nor
Right.
are they going to want to create a big stir trying to take advantage of some 60-plus-year-old company downtown Milford, Delaware.
Well, can I have them? I wonder if I could have them take some of my neighbor's property and give to me
Right.
to make me whole again.
That's possible, but that's a big ask. That's a
I
big
want-
ask.
I want them to give me some property
On the
river.
right, on the right,
river.
On the river.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I
I'm
got
close.
you. I got
I'm
you.
close,
I got
but
you.
I'm not quite
right.
there,
If you
yeah.
take it on the front, give it to me on the back.
That's right.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah,
You
just give
never
me a
know. I think
walkway.
it's all a conversation.
I think so too. Yeah, and
I think it's a
The
conversation.
process is just starting, obviously,
Right.
on this, and the conversation's just starting. So,
So you receive what you give. So give kindness and grace,
absolutely.
and you will receive.
That's exactly what we'll do. Yeah. So, and I'm
Okay.
curious. I'm curious about the whole process.
Correct. It's kind of interesting.
It's very
Do
interesting.
you want to take another call?
Yeah, let's take another call.
What's the limit? How many can we take on a Saturday? Caller, are you there?
Hi, this is Lisa.
How you doing, Lisa?
All right, Lisa Puglist.
Say it one more time.
It used to be Lisa Wilson, but now it's Lisa Puglist.
Puglise. Lisa
That's
Puglise.
it. You did perfect.
All right, and you're a piano player.
I sure am.
Can you sing?
Well, my family used to sing together. It was called the Wilson family, but we've all gone our separate ways. Everybody's working and busy, and we just don't have time. But yes, we did a lot of singing for the Greens or for churches and all kinds of things.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, so what has it been like? This is Sam Wilson's. Are you his first daughter?
Yes, I'm his first child and daughter.
Okay. So,
The oldest.
Okay.
Yep.
So, what's it been like? Because I want to just tell you a little story about Sam, and then I'll let you take it.
Okay.
Sam told me that when he used to grow chickens, he said, you know how chicken houses now have fans in them and all this? I could have swore he told me that he put the chickens on a wagon and pulled them around to cool them down. Did he tell me something like that, or did I hallucinate that?
He probably did, knowing him. He was always concocting something, that's for sure.
Well, he acted like he personally knew these chickens, like, you know, like I'm taking care of these chickens.
One's name was Colin Chicken, Jim Weller Chicken, Mears Chicken. We named them.
We named them.
All 40,000.
Wow. But so what's it been like being Sam's daughter, for real?
Well, he didn't take any foolishness. I mean, you know, if he told you to do something and you didn't do it, there would be trouble.
Okay.
I mean, we had chickens, and I did work on the farm. And now that I think back, one year during the summertime, he didn't want us to get in any trouble, so he decided he would plant watermelon.
Keep you
We're
busy.
not talking about one row. We're talking about several acres of watermelons. And if you know anything about watermelons, you have to be very gentle with the vines.
Mm-hmm.
So you lift up the vine, and you have to hoe underneath it. Oh, he did that. He said, oh, you've got that row down. Then you got to start back and do it again. So because of the weeds.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good though. You know, he had a strong work ethic. He took us to church every Sunday morning, Sunday night, and Wednesday night, and for that I will always be grateful. He taught us morals and values, and he's just, you know, he is. When you see Sam and he tells you something, it is what it is. He's not transparent. I mean, you can see, he is transparent. You can see
Right.
everything that he does is. He'll never change what he believes. In the county council, if they didn't agree with what he said, well, he didn't care. It's
Right.
what he believes, and he does not change from that. He's not wishy-washy.
Right.
And I appreciate that so much.
Yeah.
That's been and like I said, my sister and my two brothers, we all have a heavy work ethic because of him. I mean, we work. Sometimes I could work 100 hours a week. You know, just it's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he's taught us that. So.
Wow.
But the matriarch of our family, my mother, is the one. He just better kiss her feet every day. She has been there to help and take care of him. Of course, he had a stroke 4 years ago, and he's doing fantastic. He's had open heart surgery. He just has a strong will, and he wants to live. And you know, that's why he's better. So.
Yep. Well, I appreciate him very much. I appreciate his friendship and just such knowledge. And, you know, you mentioned your mother. You know, I had a heart procedure, and something that has never happened to me before happened during that procedure. I got these handwritten cards from people.
Yes.
Tons of them. I like people I didn't even know sent me cards and words of encouragement. But your mom, man, I just got one the other day. I forgot what it was for. It might have been for Easter. It was for Easter. She sent me an Easter card with this beautiful message written in there and this little magnet for my refrigerator. I think it says he is risen. And I'm like, who does this nowadays? And this is just
Helen Wilson.
Helen Wilson. And I was just, she's such a blessing, you know, such a blessing. So,
well, he needs to be thankful every day because she is the one, you know, she'll sit back. You never seen her put forth in the limelight.
Right.
She was always the one that was keeping things together, keeping him together. Let me tell you something. She done just as much work for the county council as my father.
Right.
She's the one that read the paper. She's the one that gave him the information and told him what, you know. So if it hadn't been for her, I don't know. But
yeah.
My dad is good people. He's a good Christian man. He believes in what he says, and you know, us kids had that assurance that when he had a stroke, we didn't know if he was going to make it. We knew that we would see our dad again.
Yep.
And that's an awesome, awesome thought and feeling, you know?
I agree.
Yeah. But he's good people, though. He's good people, and, you know, he is what he is.
Yep,
and
he is.
I'm thankful for the direction. I'm thankful for he was real hard, and he was really stern about what he wanted us to do. But, you know, as I look back now, I'm a mother and grandmother. I think back, I'm so thankful. I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I am too, because what you see is what you get, and he doesn't bend to public pressure or anything like that. He has his own convictions, and he's more interested in pleasing God than pleasing man. And I like that. I like that in today's world.
He's old for the cause of Christ. He's not shy. He'll walk right up to somebody and ask them about their salvation. And that's pretty bold.
I agree.
Awesome.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
So,
and
yep.
he's something. I used to go visit him when he was in the nursing home over in Seaford and spend some time with him. And he's just amazing. So that's why I wanted to have a word with you about him. And your mother is too. Helen is wonderful.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Well, anything else?
I don't think so. But
well, thanks for
keep him in
calling.
your prayers. He's getting better, and he's walking really good. I mean, he still has a cane, but that man still drives his Cadillac.
I know it.
My Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, he's probably at a Gideon's meeting right now.
He's not there, but I'll tell you, you hit it on the head. He's Zooming them because they don't have meetings. He's on Zoom right now.
Okay. But he used to take your mom, I think, to the hairdresser on Saturday mornings, and then go to the Gideon's meeting, I think. So, yep.
Something.
Well, good job.
Yep, I think so too.
Well, and he's reproduced good children,
My brother said he was driving his car. My brother said, I'm not ready for my death ride.
Wow, well, very good.
Crazy.
Yep. Yep. All right, well, Lisa, take care, okay?
Take care. Thank you so much.
Thanks for calling back, okay?
Okay.
Bye-bye. Bye. So in this third hour, everybody, if you want to talk to us or join us or whatever, it's a little more relaxed, in other words, and that was good. Sam Wilson. I mean, he's amazing. That's all. Just
Yep, I know Sam, and his grandson works for Kevin Short, right?
That's right. I forgot
Kirby.
that. Right, Kirby.
And Jack Riddle didn't know that because Kirby's doing all the work down there at the bank on the big sign
Community
that they
Bank,
have.
Delaware.
Yeah, and he was talking about Kirby. I said, that's Sam Wilson's grandson, right? He said, I had no idea.
Wow.
So I said he's a little more subdued than Sam. Not subdued. He doesn't. Kirby's a little quieter.
Right.
Not that
quieter.
Sam's
Well,
loud.
give him time.
But yeah,
give him time.
Sam is definitely not a loud.
But I think Sam, he's on a mission and he's got so much time to get it done, and that's where he's at.
He's a good man. I've known Sam for years now, and
do you think he rode them chickens around on that wagon?
I am positive that he told you that. I'm not positive that he did it, but I am positive that he would say that. Yeah, so
them little buttons I was giving out that say something about Jesus.
It's okay to wish me Merry Christmas,
something like that. Yeah. He just reached out to me recently to get him some. In other words, and they were for Easter, and I couldn't get them, but couldn't get them because they were all sold out.
Oh, okay.
And but when I got this card in the mail, it was a little magnet, a refrigerator magnet that he had got somewhere and gotten. It was just so nice, just. So nice. So anyway.
Yep. Good Sussex County guy. Been here a long time, and
what a blessing.
Yeah, and it's great to have him as a friend.
What do you want to do next, Colin?
Let's see. Oh, let's bring up the pictures. So we were shown these $100 or $100
bills.
No, $500 and $1,000 bills yesterday.
Right.
Now you have a $500 bill.
I
Most
do.
people haven't seen one. Can we bring the picture of the $500 bill up?
Okay,
so there it is, front and back.
Front and back. Look at how plain the back is. There's a lot of space I'd be writing stuff.
You know why it's plain?
Why?
Because not much more needs to be said.
Right.
It's $500.
Right.
In
and
one
that's
bill.
what it is.
So yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing. Mm-hmm. So who is that on that one?
That one's
McKinley.
I can't remember.
It's McKinley.
Okay, McKinley.
The other is.
And
Grover
when was
Cleveland.
it made? Is it 1934?
I think they're 34 on both.
Under
of them.
the 5.
Yeah.
On the big 500, I can't read it.
I'm pretty sure it's 1934.
Okay.
So let's see the $1,000 bill.
I got it in my pocket.
Do you? He didn't even know it was gone.
I said, should I bring any money? He said, no, I don't want to sell any.
They're not for sale.
They're
yeah.
not. And then I said, well, did you mean you're giving me one? All right. Well, show us the 1,000 one again.
All right,
here
so
we go.
The $1,000 bill. Now look at the paper clip.
Yes,
where it was
look at the
clipped on there.
paper clip.
He said that was his dad that put those paper clips on there.
But you know what? I know somebody that has a bag of cash, and it's broke down in $1,000 increments, and they got paper clips on every one of them.
Yeah.
So
and he's going to be removing them soon, right?
He's going to be removing them soon.
Okay.
As business people, we always seem to know people that are prepared to buy something. Okay, so
yeah,
anyway,
I try to stay prepared to buy something.
He sent me a note after he got to the bank. I was worried about him.
To make sure
because he was on the show yesterday and
he was
everything,
on
and I was just a
talking
little
about it.
worried. He's got a handful of these $100 $1,000 bills and
$100,000 bills.
Yeah, and I'm like, I wouldn't be talking. But anyway, he was comfortable. But after he got him to the bank, he sent me a note and said, I made it.
Oh, there's another picture you have in there.
Do you want to
We
email
should
him
get
that?
It's
the bank bag.
The bank bag, yeah.
Yeah, that's a collector's item in itself.
That is, and I think I've got one of them somewhere.
I think I do too.
Yeah.
I think I do too.
So it was Sussex Trust.
Yep.
You remember there was one right across from my shop?
I do.
We used
Right
to
at
walk
the end of the
across there.
building.
Yeah, at the end of the building, yeah.
Yeah, Clifford Short worked there.
Okay.
Yep. So Sussex Trust. In fact, wasn't Jack Allen part of starting that bank?
Jack, I don't know if he was part of starting it, but here's the story my dad told me about Jack Allen. So he had that. He always had Suburbans. Remember?
Yep, I do.
He had that red and white one. Is the one I remember. 2-wheel drive Suburban.
Yep.
And him and a couple of the other board members there got together. My dad wanted to borrow some money to
get a hairdo?
Put the addition on.
Oh,
Put the
okay.
addition on the shop.
Okay.
There, the last 2 bays, and wanted to do a couple other things. I think they redid the gas pumps and new tanks and all that stuff, and it was a pretty good amount of money for back then. I mean, it's a lot of money now, but I mean, I think it was $300,000 or $400,000.
Wow. Okay.
And so Jack Allen came over with the other guys and talked to my dad for a few minutes. Got in the Suburban, went across the street to the Sussex Trust parking lot, pointing at the building, so they could all sit there.
Okay.
They talked for about 15 to 20 minutes, drove back over and said, okay, we'll loan you the money.
And that was that. That was a board meeting.
That was the board meeting, and that's how
And
it worked.
that's
and
how
they
it
got
worked,
their
right.
money, we got
Right.
the money, they got their money, and that's how it used to work. It does
I
not
agree.
work that way now.
I can remember dealing with a bank like that too. Yep.
There it is. There.
The
Sussex
growing
Trust.
bank for a growing community.
Yep, and they're no longer around. So,
Three
yeah.
wise owls. There's Jack Allen. Who else would have been on that
I don't
board?
know who else would.
Me either.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Me either. Maybe one of the Fishers from the fertilizer, maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very possible. Yep.
Wow. But that's how local banks have started.
Yeah.
Community Bank Delaware, Jack
yes,
Riddle
yep.
and a handful of people, getting together and deciding we need a bank that
Yep.
operates differently and thinks differently and gives people second chances. And
I don't know that
stuff
it'll
like that.
ever go back to what I just talked about. And
Right.
I'm not positive that it should in the world today.
Right.
Even, but I think, like Community Bank and even
Well, their
County
board
Bank,
members all are here.
Exactly. I think those are more, that's about as close as you can get as those
Right.
types of banks now, the
Right.
community type banks.
Because, sometimes a bank needs to give somebody a break that's had a bad time.
Yeah,
that
and sometimes,
not be foolish or nothing, but
right. And sometimes, in that case, they knew my dad. They knew his
Right.
character.
they knew
the
if he said
family.
he's going to pay it, he's going to pay it.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And he would, if for some reason something happened, he would work as hard as he possibly could to
Right.
make it happen because his word was
Right.
was
Or the
good.
or the bank would own a gas station across from the bank.
Right.
One or the other.
Just what they wanted, I'm
right.
sure.
They could hire him. So
Right.
anyway,
So,
but
Jack
that's the
Allen,
good
he
old
had,
days, man.
Rumstitch in
Rumstitch
Milford,
Machine
so the-
Works. His
yep.
daughter Joan still runs it.
Still runs it. Yep.
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 So well, I want to just open up the phones if it's okay.
Sure.
Just
Got about
because
5 minutes left.
we got about 5 minutes left. So if you've got a remembrance of anything you want to share, but maybe Sussex Trust Bank,
Yeah.
would love to hear from you. I got my fair share of loans there. I actually had a guy tell me one time how I must have got a loan before I was 18. And so this guy was a banker, and his father called him up and said, I'm sending this kid to you. He wants to borrow some money. Lend it to him. And that's that. And this guy said, he did it. He
And
did it
that was
'cause
the
his dad
beginning
said,
of
"Dude,
Jim's borrowing.
Jim's borrowing money. In other words, I was young. I was before 18 anyway, so. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, Jim, good morning to you and Colin.
How you
there,
doing?
Emery?
Good. I just listened to what you were saying about Jack Allen and
Yeah.
The old-time people.
Yep.
People back then, their word was their bond.
That was all you needed. You
Yep.
didn't need a signature.
That's right.
Yep.
That
So
was
what happened?
Rosa's famous last words.
What was that?
Word is my bond. And
Yep.
You take it to the bank.
Yep. Who was that?
Melvin Joseph.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yep. Yep. So anyway, do you remember Sussex Trust?
Yes, that was the first bank that I dealt with.
What were you?
Where the police station is in Milton right now.
Is that where you put your
okay.
first million?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just checking, Emery.
Yeah, I was like 10 years old when I started a savings account.
That's something kids don't do. I got all my grandkids doing this. In other words, that's something they don't do either. In other words, so I made a deal with all my grandkids. If they save at least 50% of everything they earn, I'll get them a car when they turn 18.
Wow.
In other words,
with their money.
Yeah, with their money. with my money.
But I tell you, it's like I said, there's few of us left that still are word of our bond.
Correct. And then the rest of them don't trust us. That's what you've got. All right. So.
And it's a shame it's that way.
It is. So.
Because now you got to choose your friends wisely.
Yeah, and your lawyers too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to leave you. Is that okay? Hey, how are you watching the show?
I'm watching it on YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay. You got it on your TV or on your phone or tablet? How are you watching it?
I got it on my computer.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he's a very computer techie.
Now, if you ever get that Roku hooked up that I gave you, you could watch it on your TV.
Oh, I know.
We need you to do it.
Hey,
TV hooked up, then I can put it on.
if you need help with it, get up with me, and I'll give you a hand getting it all hooked up and set up.
Yeah.
He'll,
I still got all those papers that come with it.
hey, he'll meet you at Beaches, and after you guys get done with lunch, you'll be knowledgeable. He'll meet you at Beaches.
There you go.
All right. Well, we're going to leave you.
Okay. You have a fine day now.
All right. And a Weller night. I'll see you.
There you go.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Thanks, Emery.
Emery.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, Emery's got Del Dot experience, too. He worked for Del Dot for many
That's
years.
right. We should have
retired.
got some legal advice from
Yeah,
him.
right. Yeah. And Snooky.
Snooky?
Snooky
Yeah,
and
we need
Emery
to get
could be my
Snooky's our legal
representatives.
consultant.
They could be my
Send Emery and
representatives.
Snooky to negotiate
That's
this deal.
right.
That would be good.
That would
be
good.
a show in itself.
I believe, I'm not sure about Emery, but I believe Snooky knows how to negotiate.
I do too.
I know he does, actually.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He is a good guy. Yeah, both of them. Good old Milton guys, and
Yep,
we got
1
about a
minute
minute left.
So
let's take this call real quick.
Okay, you go. Caller?
Hello, Jim.
Yes.
Jeannie Morgan.
Hey, Jeannie.
You were talking about the banks. We didn't deal with Sussex Trust, but remember Milford Trust Bank?
I do. Yep, I
We
do.
went in there for our first house, $17,500. We were 19 years old.
Wow.
I went in with my father-in-law at the time, and he knew George Reed, and we sat down and talked to him, and George Reed says, "Can you afford to pay this?" And my husband said, "If we couldn't afford it, we wouldn't come in here and talk to you and take your time." And he
Right.
said, "Approved."
There you go. All right.
So different. Thank you.
Hey, have a good weekend. Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
Thanks, Jeannie.
Bye.
Jim, we're out of time.
Okay, I bought a lawnmower off of her that makes bubbles.
Nice. 10
All
seconds.
right.
See
See
you
ya.
next week.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Stay tuned for Michael Sprouse, 11 o'clock, Studio J next.
Bye.